Hey, welcome back. Hey, we're here. Look at that. Surprise. All right, cool. Fantastic. It's great. Sunday. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys for the resub. Resub hype. We're, I think, at 3 or 4 out of 6. Or 5. 6 or 5? Which one was it that I did? Let me see.
What does 6 do for us?
You guys get to roll in the fate table.
Oh, I get to get Gene Stealer ammo.
Yeah, every 5 subs.
Yeah.
Every 5 subs or resubs, you guys get to roll. If you do exclamation point fate in chat, you get the info for it. Anyway, how are you guys doing? It's great to be back. We had all the craziness of IRL life happening all at once, so it's been a while. But we are here. It is episode 11.
Woohoo! So it's kind of like a mid-season break.
Yeah, it was kind of like a mid-season break.
Yeah.
So,
if these seasons were 30 episodes long.
if they're 20, yeah.
20.
I can't do math. Look,
You math is hard, Adam. It's okay.
Look, you guys.
know you're really good
in
with
the
words.
afternoon. Screw you, people.
You're really good with words.
I am somewhat better.
Is it just me, or maybe my volume is weird? It's harder to hear Adam than normal.
Hold on.
Did your microphone switch?
How's that?
That's better.
It might be that the microphone switched as well. Hold on, let me check.
Or is it better?
He just doesn't sound as gleefully crisp as before.
Oh, why are
You like this?
Oh,
hey,
that's so much better.
Stupid, useless piece of shit.
Now.
You were coming into your cam, weren't you?
I was using my camera's microphone.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
I thought it
I
sounded
did-
different.
I was just gonna blame it on English internet, but
I mean, that is an easy blame. Don't get me wrong, but no, in fact, it was just that Zoom is a cavernous heap of vagina.
Wonderful.
that's about right.
Well, all right. This is going to be exciting. So we're back, and that is great, dandy fun. Do that one more time for me, Valkyrie. Sorry, I don't know why I have to check mark it in 2 different places apparently for the command. So that's cool, but it's there. It's fixed now. Okay. Gosh, I don't even know. Let's see if we can recap because it's been a while. I did rewatch parts of the stream last week, and then I've already forgotten half of it. So I know kind of where we ended, and I know that Milton had pebbles thrown at his face by Zoogs. So that happened. And
Say what?
remember you had a pebble thrown at your face before the
By
cats
what?
came in? By
Oh, motherfucking monkeys, wasn't it?
It's because you lost your listen roll or something like that.
Yeah, monkeys started because
Yeah.
Devon's not allowed to throw pebbles at me anymore, so monkeys are doing it. For fuck's sake.
So yeah, that is a thing.
New emote is going to be pebbles, so everybody can throw them at my face.
I think I should make a new emote as
You
Pebbles.
should not make that.
Pebbles, and then they can just use the Pebbles emote with your emote, and solved. Problem solved.
I have a spot in my emotes specifically for roleplay related emotes. So if you needed a spot, we could just
Ooh.
swap that in, and then you could have pebbles.
I like that. So we're gonna do, this is example, Pebbles. I'm showing example, and it's gonna be this, and then this. Because Nora's character is the only one facing that direction. So,
Well, that's lucky because it is often her who throws the pebbles.
She's like, glass houses.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. So anyway, let's see. Where did we leave off last week? Let's do actually a cast roll call, and then we'll do the narrative.
Oh, that's right. We're in the fucking jungle, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. All right. Let's start with our cheerful Adam. Who are you? Who are you playing today? And where can we find you?
Who is your daddy? And
I am CallofCthulhu. I'm playing Milton O'Connell, a progressively more grumpy ship's captain who's being dragged through the jungle by a blind explorer,
Blind.
half-blind explorer.
50%.
I started out quite upbeat, but I'm being ground down by a combination of children and Lara Croft's.
And the devil.
And the devil is getting me down as well. I've got the stigmata. It's all happening.
Yeah.
I usually play horror games, Magic and Darkest Dungeon on the channel, which is 5 o'clock midday Eastern, 6 days a week. And you can catch me there, and I will be just as grumpy. So there's an invitation.
Best invitation. All right, cool. And let's go with Devin as our next.
I'm Devin. I'm a full-time broadcaster, and I play Nora, who's a sassy 15-year-old. And she's pretty feisty.
You're comfortable with your use of the term sassy here, are you?
Sassy and feisty. She's also just like pretty much pissed off at the world at this point, and is just kind of being a little putz because she's just angry at everything now.
That's fair. I mean, she'd been through some shit. For reals.
She got attacked by a goddamn cat, and now she's in a real weird world where she doesn't know anybody or anything, and she just wants to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she's like a stroppy Dorothy.
Yeah. And what are you up to? Where can we find you?
Twitch.tv/LadyDevann, Twitter.com/LadyDevann, Instagram.com/LadyDevann, Facebook.com/LadyDevann.
I was really bummed that the Facebook one wasn't different, and you just like Facebook, /HupDePup4.
/SweetJuice69.
Change it to Sweet Juice 69. Do it now.
All right, cool. How about over to Avi?
Hi, I'm LadyAvianna. I play Joe. I live in the Dreamlands. I'm not blind. I just have a scar over my eye currently, or a wound up here.
An injury.
An injury, which I got sprayed in the face by a weird jungle plant.
Yep.
Outside of game.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm an explorer person, and we're looking for something that can help them maybe get home. I know more about the Dreamlands because I live here. I am a variety caster. We'll switch roles to the streamer part. I'm a variety caster, but it's mostly a variety of creative stuff. So I do like cosplay and makeup and crafting stuff, but then I also do play variety games because I think it's really important to kind of show people what inspires me. And I do a lot of survival games and horror games, and I like old school JRPGs, so that's pretty much what I play on my channel when I play games. I'm currently making a wig though. That's what I've been doing with my time, and I'm trying to get back into the swing of actually streaming more often. That's why I moved out here, and you can see my sewing machine is in the background now. But you can find me pretty much everywhere as LadyAvianna. I'd go down the list, but I would feel like I was taking LadyDevann's bit. However, on YouTube, I am Channel Avianna, not LadyAvianna. So there you go.
Channel Sweet Juice.
I actually just got Channel LadyAvianna as my channel for YouTube, but I have to switch everything over, and I haven't done that yet. So I think there's other more important things going on.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And last but not least, McLoken. Which is...
Hi, I'm McLoken.
Okay.
Yeah, hello. I'm a tabletop player. I used to be a variety caster. I'm not anymore. I mainly do tabletops on either my channel or other people's channels. I'll give a larger summary at the end of stream because it will take 5 minutes to tell you every show I'm on.
What's that one game you still play though?
Huh?
You play one game. What's that one? The city building game? Not city building, but it's space. Sorry, I cut into your whole thing.
I know. I don't even know what game you're talking about right now.
Every time I go to host you, you're always playing a game. I don't remember which one it is.
I haven't played a game on my last game I played was Conan with Meta.
Okay.
I think she's talking about that weird game where you couldn't figure out what to do, and it was like a brand new like colony, something or another. But you only played that once.
Okay. I think
I
I
don't.
came twice during a stream similar.
It's probably another bearded individual because we all look like nowadays.
I don't think you can set up some sort of racism profiling about is white and bearded.
I don't
Yeah.
actually think I host many bearded people.
Yeah, so you might have hosted one of them and been like, "Oh, that's McLoken." And after that, you're like, "Oh, hey," and the person's like,
Oh,
"Why is
fuck, I was hosting
Why
Star
how do you
Trek
keep
the whole
calling me
time."
McLoken?"
You're just typing
So-
McLoken. How's it going? Who's McLoken?
Stop coming in here. My name is Eat My Diction.
No,
Oh, poor Nick.
Aw, Nick.
Oh, it's just diction now, yeah. And Renee's
That's
just
right.
diction. Renee's just Renee now.
Yeah, everybody's
Megan
using their,
Church,
everybody's
Nick
using their own names, or they're adding "I am" at the start of it.
Oh dear. Here we go.
I-
Nope, we're not getting derailed on this. This will turn into a talk
Other
show.
than that, today I'm playing Sarge. I'm super excited. I didn't have a name change. I just called myself Sarge. I'm not Sarge, 21 or anything. I don't have a Facebook because it doesn't exist where in my time frame. Yeah, I don't know all the other words you guys said when you guys were talking about. You were like LadyDevann, but you don't sound English. And you got LadyAvianna, and then that's all that. And then something about the other guy, the old bald guy, sounded like he sneezed when he said his name, CallofCthulhu, or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know how many times you have to actually hear Relayan before it doesn't sound like sneezing anymore for you, because I think we're up to like 4 or 5 now.
Yeah. Well, he can't even pronounce the name of the secret society, so that's gonna be great.
Secret Christmas still.
Secret Christmas.
That's the best one.
I know.
Please
Yeah.
never change it. Like, always go back to Secret Christmas.
Secret Christmas.
Yeah.
Hello, Secret Christmas here. Who's your Secret Santa?
Nora gagave up a long time
By this
ago.
point,
She's just like,
people
nope.
in the chat like who have only been here once are like, it's not Secret Christmas. I know what it is. Stop getting it wrong on purpose. You ginger bastard.
Yep,
I'm playing my character, all right?
it's true.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Cool.
Meta, where can we find you?
Oh, hi guys, this is me, my channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can visit my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Metamancer. Yeah, I'm also on Twitter at @TheMetamancer. So all the fun stuff. Let's get started on a recap. If I miss anything or if you guys recall something, just feel free to let me know or say so after I finish my little spiel and we'll jump right into stuff. Don't forget you guys can't affect the game. If you guys want to impact the game, just do !fate. It'll give you the roll table as well as the donation bits in the panels below. It gives you kind of a quick layout of what you can do. But TLDR is every 5 subs or resubs in the channel, every player rolls for fate, which gives them some kind of a randomized effect. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And if you are wanting to donate with bits or just straight up monies, you can also specify the effects directly. Again, the table is below in the panel. So let's get into the narrative from the last episode. At the very end, after quite a bit of crazy excursions happening in Alonith, which is one of the primary cities here in the Dreamlands of the Seven Kingdoms, the group finally decided, after finally getting Anna back, by the way, and some interesting relationships between Josephine and Sarge,
Still funny.
yeah, she's laughing.
It's funny whenever you get messaged, hey, did they sleep together?
Wait, did
Yeah,
somebody
okay.
say that? Oh, wait, okay, because that's what, yeah.
That's what I messaged her
That's
because like I wanted if that was gonna happen, I kind of want to be like a surprise reveal where you're like you
Sure.
go in the Sarge room and then it's like where everyone's generally like what?
Yeah,
It's funny.
that's good. though.
It's just funny to be messaged, hey, did they sleep together when you're playing D&D?
That's true. That's true. That's a fair point. Good stuff, though. So that happened. So Sarge and Josephine, who knows what blossoming relationship that will turn into? Who knows? And
Dies tomorrow.
pretty
And-
fucking short one.
Yeah, that'd be a really short relationship. It would be.
Oh.
So
I
okay.
love you. I'm insane now. Oh.
Anyway, so the group finally kind of made their way out back into the jungle because that is where the temple is. And according to Josephine, there might be an artifact there that is for her client that they want to use to do something similar that the rest of the group does. It's TLDR kind of stuff. But they're currently going in the jungle. And they have Anna with them because they couldn't really leave her on the ship alone. And there was nowhere else to put her. And you guys didn't want to leave anyone else behind. So it was kind of one of those, which risk do we take? And so with Anna in tow, with the rest of the group, they're traveling through the jungle on their way towards a temple that Josephine has been looking for. And in the process of doing this, a very familiar sound, something that Josephine's heard before, which is why she's never made it to the temple before, because it had normally been patrolled by a matron of the jungle-clad cats. And in this case, that is one of the creatures that the party had previously dealt with and had actually destroyed and defeated the matron, and so that was why they all decided to continue down this path to the temple. Unfortunately, that didn't mean that all of the jungle-clad cats are gone, and so they are in the midst of hearing them at a distance. And so that's kind of where we're going to jump into something, the rest of this scene, and continue on from there. As you guys are pretty much closing in on the temple, you can actually see parts of it through the tree line in the distance. And I will bring us into the dice screen so that we can turn on some music and get that going as well. So feel free to pick up anything from here at this point. You guys are hearing these cats. You had just finished wrapping up, like bringing all the camping gear back together so you could continue your journey. I agree. Good job, team.
I don't know. I guess roll spot hidden. I don't have my character sheet open. Well, I do. No, I don't.
These guys, you guys hear that? You see this? This is what I deal with.
This is professionalism at its finest.
We're pro streamers.
The cabaret dancer comes out of the bushes. What do you do?
Dance with them.
Yep.
I mean, our usual attitude is just to shoot anything.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
I accidentally opened up Evelyn's.
So a cat started yelling.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
can.
what
you
we're
can hear a
hearing
few-
roaring in the distance?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you need me to
And I
remind
know
you what it sounds like?
direction, or do I need to roll a listen to figure out what direction?
You can probably figure out. You've heard him enough at this point.
Okay. Can I roll spot hidden then?
Yeah.
I want to roll a spot hidden too.
Lord.
Let's all roll spot hidden.
Do it.
I mean, I'll roll it. Why not?
Do it. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
We set the standard for the rolls tonight with those first rolls. So.
I just, it doesn't matter what character I run, does it? I feel like if I had a character that was 99 in everything, I'd still get ones.
Somehow. Well, a one is
if you got
good.
ones, that's yeah.
Well, the reverse.
100.
Yeah.
Zero.
Hundreds. You just fumble all the time.
Yeah, just constant fumble.
So in this particular case, I think it's the rock again. You know, the pebble. It got you right in the temple, so you're having a little bit of a headache.
Sure. Pebbles. That
Yes.
affects hearing. Let's go on.
Yep. But everybody else, you guys kind of have a moment where you're looking across the tree brushes to get not only a good path forward, but to determine the direction that the cats are coming in. You know, Josephine, that you guys are very, very close to their primary territory for hunting. This is why you never got this close to the temple before. And so you're kind of, as Sarge kind of points down the way, Nora, also you kind of look in the similar path, noticing that while you can't see the actual cats directly, there's definitely movement in the bushes and trees that are farther away, and they are starting to pursue either the scent or the trail that you guys left behind. So all of you guys can kind of get a feel for that at this point.
Oh, they're following us.
Oh, you are? Still a bit stunned from all the fucking pebbles.
I think they're following us. And we have to run.
So are we running now? Because I don't want to fight those things
let
again.
them catch up.
Yeah, I don't feel like dealing with cats again. So I think we need to kind of double step and like. I believe. Am I holding Anna or?
Yeah, you're carrying her, aren't you?
Yeah.
She's unconscious, as I recall. Or is she?
No, she's conscious.
Yeah, she's fine.
I've been showing her how to take down tent and put it back up. The entire time I've been showing her camping things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would then start leading. I don't know where we're going, honestly. So I'll be like, we got to move.
Okay, is the temple ahead of us? Is it?
There's one more landmark we must find before we have to turn towards the temple.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's get to that as soon as possible.
Yes, I do know that we're coming up on the area that they are from. However, we have to go this way. And since you said that you may have killed the leader, I knew that this would be the safest time to.
Assuming the leader is the really, really big one, because we put that we put that shit through the engine.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
The one that deformed my face.
Yeah, maybe that one. I don't know. This was the one that was like the size of a house or something.
I mean, scars are cool though.
Maybe for a boy.
You can tell people stories of how you got to one of your older.
Yeah, I fought a giant cat and I killed it with my bare hands.
Although honestly,
I'll tell that to all my future dates.
I mean, I wouldn't actually tell that to anybody you want to have a second date with. Anyway, about the running.
Oh yeah, we know you gotta lead the way.
But wait a minute, this is me. And I'll start to have my.
Okay.
Yeah, and then start.
I mean, I'm going to be following quite close behind Sarge, with him having the child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys have a surface navigate or like jungle navigate? I think
I
you guys have.
I have navigation,
Survival
which I'm
jungle.
guessing.
I've got navigation, but only on the water, I think.
And I have navigation.
Navigate is.
I have navigate.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got 70 in navigate, but not in jungle. I don't know if that counts.
Josephine is leading, so I'm gonna have you roll navigate, the one that you have. Okay. Everybody make a dexterity check for me.
Sick.
There needs to be a hard success. Okay, cool.
Oh wow.
Wow,
Well,
look at all
Devin-
this.
So we're all doomed. That's cool.
Oh boy. Okay, so what is the running order right now? Who's going first, second,
I was
etc.?
first.
Okay.
I'm behind Sarge. So I
Alex,
imagine
yeah.
Devin is behind me.
I'm probably last, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Sarge, you have Anna, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be Josephine, Sarge, Anna, then Milton, then Nora. So, unfortunately, some parts of the temple, Josephine, you didn't know this because you have never gotten this close, and other people who have tried either have died or they retreated. So, around this temple, though, there is a ton of quicksand, and you guys have gotten into the middle of it. Like when you were running it initially, you didn't hit it, and then there was just this one patch. You have some area of tree branches and such around, but the open area near the temple is kind of scarce. So I'm gonna let you guys try to figure this one out.
Are we actually?
said there's
in
branches
quicksand,
and
or
stuff?
Are we in the midst of a quicksand bog, but not physically in quicksand?
Not physically in quicksand, but you are in the bog, and it is hard to tell exactly where they are.
Okay, now this one I've seen before. Have we got any branches around? Because we need to tap the ground in front of us as we move.
Yes. There is none still here.
Yeah, we all need to take one of these, and anytime before you step forward, you need to be tapping like you're a blind man.
Tapping the ground, like there's quicksand.
Yes, exactly like that. Precisely exactly that.
Oh boy,
Because
I'm
that's
sorry,
exactly
I
where
did
we are.
not know about these. I had never been this far, so
Okay, everybody needs to cut a branch, and then, like, you know, like blind people tap on the ground in front of them as they move.
What happened? Where do we go if we get sucked up by the quicksand?
How do you feel about heaven and hell?
Well, what?
But it
I
takes
mean,
a
like-
while. It does not just suck you in.
Does it have like a bottom to it or something?
You
Can we
would
like
fall
crawl
in,
out?
and none of us were falling
I
in.
mean, I don't. How well do you think? How well do you do it breathing without any oxygen?
Can we like put something over top of it? Can we build like a bridge or something? Do we have to walk over this?
I don't think we have enough time to build a bridge.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's cats coming from behind.
Climb the trees.
Okay, look.
Climb some trees.
Now, I'm trying to be very, very, very sensitive when I explain this to you. Everywhere around here, death.
I'm gonna take my hand axe out, and I'm gonna start to chop down some of the branches if I can.
Okay.
Like the harder branches, you know, not nothing like jungle flimsy, like a harder.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
I'm
Now,
gonna
here you go. Now look.
look around for some branches too.
Hey, here you go. Take the branch.
Oh god.
Now, poke in the
Hold on.
ground in front of you as you're walking.
Sorry.
If the stick goes in the ground, don't walk there.
Okay. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna like hit it as hard as I can into the ground. To see
Okay.
if it...
Let's have everybody do luck rolls for me.
Get in there for the first time.
Oh, there's like.
Okay. Sarge, the path that you were trying is a big no-go, so do not go that way. Josephine, your path, you got a little bit down the way, but as you were progressing, then it started coming in, so that path is no-go. There's like 4 distinct areas that you guys have chosen, like as far as, you know, the corners that go towards the temple. Do you want to say something?
Before we started going, I would have asked everyone, take some of these leaves and leave a trail, so that if one of us gets to a dead end, then the others can try to follow someone else's trail.
Okay, cool. The person, so Nora, you get a little bit farther, closer towards the temple, but then you hit a sand pit. And then Milton, whether it is pure luck or it's just whatever you prayed to before, you're finding that path that you got.
Insulting my religion.
No. I'm saying either luck or it's your religion. You're not sure. You're probably thinking it's your religion.
Yeah.
And you get the closest to the temple, and you guys could probably make the jump across the last remaining pit.
Okay, this way seems basically. I mean, there's one in front of us, but honestly, this is probably about. What are you fucking guys doing?
I can't go further.
Well, come back this. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay,
Doc. I don't.
walk backwards
Okay.
using the
Follow
stick
your
method.
God, I hate nature.
If you follow your path, if you made your path properly, you can go back.
Which stack of leaves are yours?
It doesn't honestly matter which, as long as you follow the path of leaves.
Okay. Okay.
And then follow up, and the one that leads to my feet is my path of leaves.
I'm gonna be like smacking the ground as hard as I can as I go forward.
Yeah, definitely. All right, cool. So, we got Milton Ford. You guys are basically up to where Milton could stop, and you guys now need to make a jump. By the way, the temple that you see is actually really quite pretty. It's kind of it's almost like a dark jade green stone with flecks of like black and gold. The entire temple is made out of this. It has 7 spires that kind of surround what you would estimate about an acre of land that goes, and there's a center courtyard that you can see up the steps, and then there's more further in.
And how far is it between where I'm standing and the actual, like, frontis of the temple? So the area that we're gonna have to jump from one step to another.
You could. It's a standard. It's like almost like a running jump kind of deal.
So like 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there's one small problem as I can see. Now, I think I can make the jump, and I think you can make the jump, and I think you and you can make the jump. The only issue I can see is one of us is going to have to throw the little girl.
I'll just hold her when I jump.
Okay, then. I mean, if you want to do that, it's significantly more dangerous for you and her option.
I'm
You
strong
could
enough
launch
to hold her.
across first, and then I could throw a rope across, so you could wrap it around your waist, and if you do fall in, then we have a hold on you.
How far is the jump?
Throw the girl. It'll be fine.
It's from here to there. It's about 4 feet, I reckon, until we get onto the flat again.
I mean, it's only 4 feet. I mean, can
Okay,
anyone not jump 4 feet? Then I proceed to like on the land. I jump the 4 feet. I'm like,
Okay, you're gonna make a dexterity check. It needs to be.
no, I'm not saying like on. No, I'm not jumping over currently. Like, I'm just showing them like it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
I'm sure my stride is like a majority of that because he's a tall guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna carry the little girl when you jump.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have her on my head and have her just like grip really hard and all that kind of stuff, and it'll be fine.
Okay then. I think we should probably go with the rope plan just in case.
All right. I mean, if you guys want to do the rope plan, let's do it.
Just for safety's sake, because honestly, if you get caught in this, you're going to die, and she's going to die with you.
Okay, tie a rope to her. I'll be fine. I think we're going to be all fine, but...
Okay, then. So let's just tie the rope around the little girl's waist or whatever.
Okay, guys. I need hard dexterity rolls.
On all of us?
Yes. Oh boy.
For a 4-foot jump?
Gosh dang it, why is my mouse...
Is this? I succeeded.
4-foot jump when my character's probably like 5 feet.
Well, are we jumping, or are we holding onto the rope? Because I have a jump ability.
We have a jump ability?
You can use your jump ability.
Okay.
Is that an actual ability?
Yeah.
I gotta fail.
You got a lower number though.
Jesus Christ, it actually is an ability.
I didn't know it was I thought
I did
climb
not-
was, but I didn't remember that jump was.
Jesus.
I pretty much picked any kind of physical
Yeah.
ability when I was saying this character.
So we're just jumping like 4 feet, right?
What would Indiana Jones need?
Like, what? Okay.
All right, I'm going to fall into the quicksand, I guess.
You guys, so nobody here had like critical success failures. So you're basically when you make the jump, your back foot basically lands in the quicksand. So you just have to. This is just a roll to make sure nobody fumbled their roll. Is really what I say. Hard success meaning like you completely clear it without an issue and there's no
With a
problem.
little cock and a roll at the end.
Yeah, you got fancy. So in this case, everyone makes it over generally well. Anybody who had the failure or a regular success, not a hard success, your foot basically like dips into the back, and you would have to kind of pull your foot up from it because you're jumping with quite a lot of impact, not just a walk into it. So. But nobody fumbled, so we're okay. Nobody dies right now. Okay, great.
Is this your temple?
It looks like this, yes.
What's it made out of?
Money.
I'm gonna go up to it really close.
Because I don't think I've ever seen green
I'm gonna
stone.
can I use appraise or
Gold in it.
archaeology? Can I use
Sure.
one? Which one should I use?
You tell me and tell me why.
Well, you told us it was made out of jade. That's why I said.
Well,
appraise,
it looks like
but
jade. Not that it is
looks
jade.
like jade. Yeah. I feel like archaeology would be better for knowing like different kinds of stone, and appraise would be more like what the price of it would be. So I'll use archaeology.
Okay. Okay, so at first glance, you see it and you're like, it seems really familiar. You have to think a little bit about it, but you know that this is actually green jasper, which is a very nice stone. It is a common stone type that is used in really old temples that are found scattered throughout the Seven Kingdoms, particularly in the West.
You said it's jasper?
Green jasper.
green jasper. It is a kind of stone called green jasper. It's used on quite a bit of temples that I've seen throughout the kingdoms here.
The worth anything?
It might be worth a little, but I'm sure that if you did scrape it away, that people might be a little. They don't want people. People don't like to respect.
No, I'm not gonna deface a temple. I'm just saying. There's an awful lot of it,
Yes.
and if somebody built it, and it's expensive, and it's kind of like building your temple out of gold, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess it would be a little bit expensive because it's so respected, but.
No, I mean, they're like the individual material, and if you build a temple out of gold, that's a huge amount of money for the temple. And what I'm saying is, it's probably guarding something pretty important or storing something pretty valuable. If they made the walls out of essentially gold.
Perhaps.
So you're
Exactly
saying
how
we
many
should-
gods can we expect to find in this temple?
Can we
Gods?
commandeer anything from the temple?
I mean, is this?
I mean, that's what we came to do, is it not?
I mean, I think that's literally our job.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think anyone lives here anymore, so.
Can I spot hidden for anything that's easily breakable off of the walls?
You're not in the walls yet. You guys are still in the courtyard. The temple, the main temple section is like further in. So the courtyard is very unique in that it has pools of water, like with lilies and like pond frogs and things like that, and they're scattered all across this courtyard area. And so when you look through across, you can definitely see that the center area has some kind of structure in the middle where the main temple is, and there's 3 of the 7 spires that are kind of encompassing the central sector of this temple.
Now, can you level with us? Exactly how much can we expect in the way of guards and awful bone-crushing traps and the like?
Well, there probably will be those things. We must prepare before we go in, and
Because I'm not.
because we have the cats. I'm not sure if the bog will hold them back or not.
Now, so yeah, we got the cats coming potentially from behind, and the big smashing rock type smash your bones traps. Are you good at disarming that kind of trap? Because I don't think I've ever done anything like that, and I don't reckon he has either, and I doubt the little girl's done anything of the sort.
I mean, I could probably disable something.
I've worked with these kinds of temples before. I mean, obviously sometimes I fail. I have many scars to prove that. However, I can do everything first before you, if you prefer, and then we can go from there.
Okay, so you're gonna lead the way then, eh?
I need a little time to prepare.
Okay, in that case, should we think about doing something about... I mean, I don't think the cats are going to make it easily through the quicksand, but should we watch out for them while you're preparing?
Oh, it might take a little while. Hold on, I don't know if I have any left. I'm going to start looking through my pack real quick.
What do you reckon then, Sarge? We go and watch the courtyard doorway here?
Well, I mean, just getting a good vantage point where there's only one point of ingress and egress, that'd probably be the best position where we could sit in. And then if any cats run up, we can just kind of mow them down, like we did way back in Sparta and shit. But
I'm just gonna
So watch that over there.
I'm just gonna sit here and let you guys get ready and rest. I'm tired still from walking.
all right.
Okay then. Well, what do you reckon over there behind those rocks?
Yeah, I could sit behind some rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sit there with us for sure, but I was thinking about that as a good place to. You could help us guard the door.
I could do
Well,
that.
you know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she can sleep, and then if something starts coming, we'll wake you up, and you just got to be ready to go. If we're kicking you awake and we're saying kitty cats, you just got to be kitty cats, and then be ready to fight. I don't know why you have 2 guns, but you might have 2 guns at that moment. Wake
I
you
don't have
up.
any guns. I have a machete. Guns are terrible.
Okay then. Maybe you go and stand over there with Josephine, and we'll go over and guard the door.
Okay, as long as I could just sit down and rest a bit before we go inside this temple.
I mean, it doesn't seem
Oh,
like
yeah.
we're going anywhere. So
Yeah, I mean,
I
we're
think
pretty
that-
much waiting here.
If I have what I something that I need, then we might be able to go inside and just use it in the inside entrance area as a way to buffer ourselves from the outside.
I mean, that'd be preferable.
Yeah, I mean that'd be ideal, I think. Yeah.
But I'm looking for something.
Okay. Well, I suppose while you're doing that, we'll watch the door and.
Oh, there's a DM for me. Oh, yep, there is. Where's my mouse?
Do you reckon these cats are going to be able to come over the quicksand?
Probably.
Oh, you do have some.
Okay.
I mean, if they've been in the jungle, they probably know where the quicksand is. This is their territory.
I'd be more worried if they're scared to come here than anything.
I mean, that don't bode well for us for sure.
Can I roll track really and see if there is tracks of those kitties?
Ooh, okay.
Like around where we're at? Like have they been here before? Kind of thing?
Yeah, sure.
No.
I mean,
They haven't been here before.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's hard to tell at the same time too because of all the quicksand. So.
No, my failure roll is helping everyone.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? The cat's been here?
I can't really tell. As far as anything, like the ground's just kind of like it's hard because of the quicksand. Changing the environment too much.
Oh yeah. Okay, so probably keep watching then, eh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go closer towards the entrance of the temple.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's fine. As you're passing, you're going further past all these like kind of created ponds that have been like built up. You notice a lot of the wildlife there is kind of very isolated to these individual ponds, and it's not like there's nothing going outside of it essentially. Even hovering over some of the ponds, yeah, you have the frogs on the inside, but there's like these really strange, colorful dragonflies that are kind of hovering as well. And the ponds are big, by the way. They're not like tiny little garden plant type things. They're massive. Don't forget, this whole section is like over an acre of land. You can see is very obviously
like swimming pool size.
Yeah. And there's circular pools that are kind of scattered throughout the courtyard area. Have all of these different plants and things that are not normally seen outside of the temple. So they're not like from the native jungle. And so as you're walking forward, you get closer to the main entrance to the temple. That's been like, it's got the main temple building, so to speak. And you can see that there is now almost like a phosphorescent light emitting from the inside of the temple. So it's like it's a really pretty bluish green color, and you'll notice actually that the temple itself appears to be sitting over a river.
How are you getting on there? Have you got what you need? Can we get inside now?
I'm looking at the entrance to make sure it's not trapped.
No, I'm 100% behind the not trapping, the not death with walls thing.
And I'm gonna take a little bit of dust out, put it in my hand, and over the entrance.
Okay.
She's just making a mess now.
I don't know what that. What's with the dust thing?
I can see things. If there's any tripwire or anything.
I think. Oh.
What? What like a metal wire?
What can't you just
Any
see
kind of
fire?
wire, or maybe a piece of like a brick that is a little off from the other bricks.
That is some impressive dust you got.
My friend Simon, one time he picked a mechanical door open. It was pretty amazing. I had all these mechanisms, stuff like that, and it was really complicated. But he just, he was just like, brick, 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 and he got in there and he like cracked open the door and he was like, "Get it, son!" And then that's what he said. But he was all British and stuff, so I'm not really portraying that all too well.
That's
but
literally not how it happened at all.
You weren't there.
I was in the other room.
That Simon guy sounds amazing and sexually magnetic.
No, this is when we first found. Apparently. No, because that was when Simon and I found the basement to the cave, and Were you there? No, you weren't there.
No, it was just. I imagine it was just you and Simon who were there at that point.
No, because I thought you and Evelyn, God rest both their souls, went to university.
Perhaps the Evelyn girl
Is that
hurt
what
herself
happened?
when
Is
she
that
was
when we-
sniffing the wall and it hurt her nose. Did I hear? I think I heard you say something about this in a story last night.
Wait, someone was sniffing powder off a wall?
She was sniffing. You said she was sniffing the wall and she fell forward into it?
When did that happen?
You were telling me about the door.
Wait, which door? Out of character. Which door are we talking about?
The one that goes
The door.
into the...
It's the door. The one that had all the mechanics. You guys talked Evelyn into coming inside because she was hanging out outside. She didn't want to break into the person's house. You talked her to go inside and it smelled like mold, so she went to smell the wall and I failed to roll and I fell into the wall.
Oh, yeah. I'm remembering that now. I was like, oh, yeah. That,
This was before you because we found you in the caves down where we went.
This was actually like, and this was in.
This is
between
pre-Nora.
Smooth and it was Smooth was not quite there, but you weren't here yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Smooth couldn't make it and we're all in this house.
You came in literally in the next game.
Yeah, and then that's where we found the pregnant lady upstairs that had her baby cut out.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, because we went to
Memories.
That's dark.
That's where we
Memories.
found Nora, and then that's where we came back.
Happy time.
Happy times.
So about this fucking door, are we going into temple or what?
I don't know. Okay. Well, did I see anything?
There is none of that that you can see.
Okay.
Yep.
It looks like it's fine. There's a light down there, which sometimes can mean something that is always admitting lights, but also may mean that we have someone here with us. I do not know. I have to see what the source of the light is.
What do you reckon? Like lanterns out and that? I'm gonna reach in my pack and be like.
Oh yeah. But it's going to be very bright anyway. It looks like there's a light already down there. But yes, be prepared for if it gets dark for some reason. If there's a torch or something.
Okay.
Along those lines.
What do you reckon? Like you first, then me, then Sarge with the little girl. Nora at the back.
We could do that. Yes. Is Nora? Are you okay if cats?
Yeah, good point. Nora after you, then Sarge. I'll go at the back.
Oh, you're gonna take over and watch for the cats for me? Thank you.
It's that plus,
You do not want guns. You do not like guns, and I think gun would be very good against cats.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of guns.
Well, you keep holding a machete. Keep that close.
It scared me for a second because Craig opened your door, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like as you guys are talking about cats and creepy shit. Yeah.
Okay, then. In you go.
Okay, so you're walking towards the open archways here that go into the center of the temple. When you get in there, this is like a massively enormous archway, right? The interior is lit down by these the phosphorescents. Now you've gotten closer, you notice that the phosphorescents are actually underneath the floor of this temple, and they're made out of some kind of crystalline, the floors themselves. Very, very mimicking in the way of water, actually. And there are still there's a central pool, even larger than the pools that you saw outside in the courtyard. And then about the same size as the courtyard ones are 4 pools on each of the corners of this room, the central room. And there is still water there on all these areas. The central pool itself is surrounded by 6 pillars. The pillars are relatively tall. And at the top of these pillars is these mollusk shells, and they're very interesting, but they're empty.
Shells,
like almost like clam shells. They have they look like they would contain something, but it doesn't seem like there's anything inside.
Oh, what exactly are you expecting to find in this temple?
Well, there is either one of two things. perhaps a hint to where our artifacts that we would like is, or the artifact itself.
Okay, and what is this artifact? Like, do you have any clue as to what we're actually looking for? Like, for example, do you actually know what it looks like?
I have heard that it looks like a jellyfish, or it may be a jellyfish.
So we're looking out for something that is either a jellyfish or appears to look like one.
If it's a jellyfish, how are you going to transport it?
I will figure that out.
I mean, a bag springs to mind.
I mean, it would die if it was a real jellyfish.
A bag filled with water.
In my line of work, I have to kind of be on my toes. If I figure out that I need water with bag, that's what I have to do. I do not know. Sometimes I go into situations and I do not know any specifics, and I have to kind of figure it out as I go.
Okay,
This is
then.
why I get scarred and bruised.
I mean, that's awfully reassuring. So, should we be looking in these pools for a jellyfish then, eh?
Actually, I would not touch the puns. Sometimes that can be a very good. I mean, you'll notice that they're very still, and they're still like butter. Is there dragonflies around these pools?
No.
There's no dragon.
There's no wildlife inside of here
there's
at all.
no wildlife, and it's very still. And sometimes, touching that sort of thing can cause a reaction.
What, the water?
Yes,
Don't
maybe.
don't touch the water, you say.
There's a chance. I would say, and I hate to say this because I know you guys came along to help me out, but I would say that that it's not very smart to really touch much.
Okay, then. Good note for the future.
I just want to touch everything.
Okay, so let's continue penetrating deeper into this.
Are you guys going towards the central pool, the side pools, splitting up?
Are there any doors out of this area?
Yes, there's 3 paths. It's very obvious it leads towards each of the 3 spires, and then there's one path across the way directly
Could you
directly
possibly
across.
draw this? Just like a very,
Sure.
rudimentary.
Yeah. So, and then across the way there's an opening very similar to like the one you came in with the archway that presumably goes out the back of the temple.
Okay, so what? Looking in the central pool for your jellyfish, then, eh?
Perhaps.
And I'll wander over towards the central pool and see if there is, in fact, a jellyfish in it.
Okay, hold on. Let me
Let me read my
I have
notes.
to do all this. Polygon line. Cool. That's not it at all. How do I draw a box? What's it? Is shift? Nope. How do I draw a freaking box in Roll20? Look.
I mean, you should just be able to draw freehand if you need to, or the
No,
draw
I don't
shape
want to draw this freehand. This is gonna take too long.
like this on the map that I'm currently on.
I'm moving you guys.
Okay. So you can change the shape of it.
Yeah,
I
how
think.
do I do circle? Oh, never mind.
You did it.
My
I don't even
shitty
know how to do
fucking
that.
drawings. I'll show you guys in on stream in a second. I'm just should have known Avi was gonna ask me to draw stuff.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I mean, I'm a temple person. I gotta look at.
I know.
I gotta do my.
You should have just shown her like the map from Legends of the Hidden Temple,
What?
and then been like, "There you go."
Here's the shrine of the silver monkey.
Oh my God, it's a purple jaguar.
This is the worst
Looks
drawing
like-
ever.
A washing machine with tentacles.
I know it does. It really does. I can't wait until the chat sees this shit.
A really pissed off boombox.
A TV with a small round screen that is very much animated.
A table from the bottom on which a squid is laying.
Oh wait, I need to do these pillars. Oh god, this is so bad, guys. I don't know what's going on. This is so sad.
It's good that art isn't your thing, right?
Well, not with a fucking mouse, it's not. Can you stop playing that? I can't backtrack. Stop.
What?
I can't draw now. You fucked it up.
Why? How can you not draw?
I can't undo the shit that I just did. Okay, you guys get a visual is enough. Fucking Christ. Okay. Anyway, the central pool is where the big circle in the middle is.
And
So,
then
back
there's
to the
pillars
looking
all
at
around it.
Jellyfish, I guess.
I need to move roll 20 on here. Yep, cool.
Oh, you said 6, didn't you?
Yeah, there's 6 of them.
Ah, suck. I was trying to draw you some pillars.
Thanks. All fudged up. There's pillars there. Okay.
So I'm going to actually look in the pool to see if
Yeah.
there's this.
Who else is doing what?
If you see anything, anything at all that looks out of place, even if it's not a jellyfish, let me know and then I can come look. Maybe it might be a clue or something.
Okay.
Who's doing what? We got Milton investigating the central pool.
I want to do a
I think
spot
if we
hidden.
all go around the pool, the central pool at the same time, it might be helpful.
I want to do like a spot hidden, looking at the the ground and see if anything looks disturbed, like somebody's walked there.
Okay. You'll need a pretty good success on that. Yeah, 60 is not going to give you much. This floor is crystalline, so there's like no trace really on it. It'd be really hard to figure that out, especially with the phosphorescent glow that's emitting. So from what you can tell, nobody's been here in a really long time.
So what are the these are the trail, like the left and the right, those are the trails to other pools?
No, to the spires. They're the same spires that you saw when you were walking in.
So there's little pathways to the spires.
Yeah.
Does it go outdoors to get to the pathway, or is it like an actual like indoor?
It's indoor. This central area is all contained inside. So like all of the, I'll try to change this color. It's really hard to see. I apologize. So this was all like going outside, and this goes outside, and the rest of it's on the inside, right? So like this is all water. Yeah, my crappy drawings. That's so great.
That's fine.
You know the Nickelodeon cartoon Monsters Inc.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
This
not
was
Nickelodeon.
actually
Wait,
one
is
of
that
the-
Nickelodeon?
Is that
That's
Nickelodeon?
Are you
not. Monsters
doing
Inc. is
Real
Disney.
Monsters?
Real
Oh,
Monsters.
Real Monsters, that one.
It looks like the guy with the square
was
head.
actually in it, right?
Yeah, the guy with the square head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The guy who
and
held
the
the
arms,
football?
the huge arms.
yeah.
I love
Is
that
there a
show as a
jellyfish in
kid.
this cursed pool?
Not that you can
So-
tell.
I don't have a.
So everybody do a listen check for me.
I will do that.
Okay.
I am way too involved on this.
Why are you guys library using me?
Oh. I may have pressed the
Yeah,
wrong button.
you both
Oh,
wrote
our
the
library used to?
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
In
Well,
our
better
defense,
than-
right next to listen, and
That's fair,
starts
okay.
LI.
Okay, fair enough.
I have one eye missing.
Why are
Okay.
you using your library on me?
Everybody but Nora and Josephine are startled momentarily. Nora and Josephine, you hear a faint, almost like a bubbling, like from like a water fountain almost. As you all turn kind of, because the pool in front of you isn't really doing much, but as you turn around to face outward, 4 figures have risen from the pools in each of the corners of the room. They appear to be kind of mostly humanoid. They're very tall. They look like they're made out of water. They're wearing, but the color that they have is very much that green-blue, very similar to the color of the stone, but that transparency of water. And they have risen from these pools for each of the corners and kind of step onto the crystalline floor as water kind of pools around them.
Can I roll Dreamland's lore to know like maybe if these are aberrations of some kind of person or what they might be?
Yeah.
Okay. Yay!
Okay.
What the fuck?
So with that roll, you think that you may actually be at at a temple of one of the so-called river gods. But you don't unfortunately know enough about this particular temple. It was not previously mapped, which is why you were given information to come here, because they weren't sure which temple this was. Again, because of the danger getting to it.
Is this the Okranus River?
Yes.
Okay.
So the figures step out, and you guys are doing what?
Okay, Josephine, any idea about the water people?
I believe that this temple may be to a god of theirs.
Okay, I mean more
Okana's
specifically.
River? Let's try being you
We
know.
need to run.
No. Be a little more respectful. You're in their domain.
So
I'm gonna Nora's gonna
gonna kill
bow
us.
on the ground. Hello, water people.
They
Sorry.
kind of at the simultaneously, all of them kind of like move their head towards you. Every movement they make is very fluid, just a complete reminder of how water moves. And when they speak, they all speak at exactly the same time, in the same motion and rhythm. And their sound that comes from them sounds like almost like the murmurs of running water, like how it goes down like a babbling brook. Almost, it has that watery kind of tone to it as they speak. And we are the blue priests of the river god.
Hello, blue priest of the river god.
Why have you visited this temple?
We're trying to find a thing to help me go home, or us back home to the world that we come from,
Or time.
or time. I'm from Brighton, London, completely different universe, and I fell in here, and we heard you might have something to help us get home back to that place. We need help.
I don't know how well this is working so far.
We don't want to disturb anything or take anything or disrespect in any way. We come to you for help.
You are coming. I was not sure if this was the place for clues or just researching this particular item.
We haven't taken anything from your temple. I actually wiped my feet before I came in as well. If that helps.
I washed my hands, not in your water, but off of a leaf with water and in the jungle.
So, if you could, do you actually know anything about this water priest guy?
Well, I do not know. I know that they probably you are priests of the river god, correct? Of the Okranus? Or do you call him something different? I'm like addressing one of them.
What exactly are you asking them? Like,
I said, you are priests of the river god, correct? Or and then I named him, and I said, but do you call him something else? I'm trying to be respectful.
oh, I see. Yeah, no, they kind of they nod, and the river god Okranus, this is his domain. But we do not travel, we protect.
What is it that you protect there?
The river god's treasure. His most prized possession.
Oh, what is that? That's very interesting.
It cannot be taken from the temple.
Oh,
why
literally
is it-
nobody here was.
Yeah,
was
We don't want to take it.
just some information. I mean, this lady here is a professor of sorts, and this is her student, and we're just looking around, seeing if we can
Learn.
find out the information.
I'm trying to learn. Teach us about your god. Anybody else feel like physically awkward here? Is that just me?
Well, I mean, let's say these are very distinguished individuals, and definitely I understand if people were to strangely come into their temple after not being here for a long time, they would be wary of our presence here. However, I must say that we are mostly here just to do some research, and we are looking for an item. However, if it's an item, if it is the item that your temple seeks, we do not have to take it. We will not do that sort of thing. We just want to research what the item is, where it come from, if it is usable, if it is not usable, we understand. It's that sort of thing.
But what's the item called again?
The crystallizer of dreams.
The fistalizer?
Crystallizer.
Okay.
Fistalizer.
Crystallizer.
Crystallizer?
Crystallizer of dreams.
Crystallizer. I thought you said fistalizer, and I was like, is it a glove? Are we fisting something with the glove? It's a crystallizer of dreams. Okay. Water priest, do you know where we could find the crystallizer of dreams?
That has been lost for many ages.
But do you know where it's lost?
We do not care for anything outside of the protection of this temple.
So it's not in this temple.
You will not find such a thing here.
All right,
Well,
packing up,
what-
boys. Let's go.
What's your guard here exactly?
He is the god of the river.
No, I get that. I understand the god of the river. Absolutely, the name that you said. What's the treasure of said god of said river that you are guarding here?
It's simply a pearl.
It's a pearl.
Oh, we don't need a pal.
I seen
Are
literally
we
thousands.
able to walk around and look at stuff, or is that against the rules?
You
Probably,
can look.
we don't need to do any of that. We just need to go to the next temple.
I
now
kind
and
of
try to
want to sit around till the cats outside are calmed down. So
I mean, we could take a break and maybe eat something.
Do you have any histories written on your walls?
do you have a library?
Do you have like fish in your ponds that we could eat? I'm kind of hungry.
You are literally the worst at being in a temple that I've ever seen in my life.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I think the god of the river is probably going to take offense to eating the fish in the ponds.
Oh,
I
well, what do they eat? They gotta eat something. It's not like they live off of algae.
What did the water people eat? Is that your question?
Yeah, everybody has to eat something.
They're made of water.
Water has to eat things too. Like,
I mean, here,
Fox.
hold on. Just take it's sea ration, but I mean, it should be enough to hold you over.
all right. Water priest, could we sleep here overnight until the mean cats go away so we can move on to the next temple?
You may stay here as long as you do not defile the temple.
What qualifies as defiling?
Hurting it in any way?
Well, I mean,
If we were to look into the pool or touch the water, is that considered defiling? If we are to go looking along the walls and touching it, is that considered defiling? I understand what you're saying, Sergeant.
or what if we have to go to the bathroom?
Then don't pee in the pond.
Very
Well,
mother of
Pee
God.
outside.
I mean, I need to know these rules, and these water people are very informative, so I might as
I
well
mean,
ask them.
it's general good manners not to piss in somebody's
Well,
house.
okay,
You'd want to
so
go outside.
If
They
I
don't have
go
a bathroom
outside,
in here.
I can't like poop on the temple, right?
No,
I
just
have to
poop
go-
in the quicksand. It'll go away.
I mean, but okay, I
It'll
mean,
be
is
like a
that-
little box for cats.
Okay. Water people.
Water priest.
For the love of God, I am going to defile you in the pole in the middle. Water people. If we can stay in here, that's fine. We're not going to defile the place. Nobody's going to go to the bathroom in the pools. We're not going to eat anything from the temple.
We won't
It's
leave
okay.
rappers.
We're not going to leave a thing that absolutely wouldn't exist in either this place or this time. We're going to just stay in the corner. No one's going to defile anything. Nobody's going to steal anything. Is that absolutely okay with you?
You are welcome to stay.
Nora's gonna like go and sit down in front of the water priest, like Indian style, and be like, "So, water priest, are you one person or are you 4 people?"
We are many.
Many. How did you become like this? Like water? Were you born water?
How has water existed? Only but the gift of the god.
Cool.
I mean, but were you a person before and then turned into water?
We are just servants of the river god.
How long have you been here?
Josephine, exactly what's the plan if they...
How do you go
jellyfish thing
to the
is not-
bathroom, water priest?
Well, we are going to. I want to look around and see if I can get any kind of hint of, what is here, if it's connected to any history about the jellyfish,
Well,
that
let's-
sort of thing.
It looks like Nora is going to talk to the water guys.
I
Why
have
don't we-
so many
Maybe
questions.
she can learn something.
Yeah, well, she's having a great time with that, apparently. In a minute, she's probably going to ask them whether or not they've done any hopscotch in that time. Why don't we take this opportunity to look around the temple walls and so on?
It's already there.
Dear water priest, can you see into the future?
I'm going to start looking around on the walls. for any-
They're just kind of gently shaking their head at you.
Oh
Water
man, I
priest.
found something.
Water priest,
Yeah,
where can
water
I go to the bathroom?
I've been using the opportunity of them just talking stupid to the water people to kind of look around.
What are you looking
That's
for?
why that's where I rolled a spot hidden. I'm looking for any kind of hieroglyphs or anything that has to do with something like crystallizer of dreams related, or like a history. Like I'm just looking for some like writing of some kind, or
There is
I'm
sadly
trading
your spot hidden is like, I can't believe that this isn't man-made, because it's like the size of the structure doesn't make sense for it to not be man-made, but when you're looking at these walls, there is not a single flaw in them.
Have you seen anything there?
no, it's just this temple is very, very beautiful.
Dear
Almost
water
as if it
priest,
was built with water running over it.
are
Make it
you
perfect?
boys or girls?
Okay, then.
Do you
She
have a
seems-
gender?
We
So,
are
we-
of the
Out of
water.
character, you can't just ask somebody their gender, Nora. Come on.
Oh my God.
See anything?
You're so inappropriate. Oh my God.
2018.
So should we just be wandering around them?
I will
Bye.
give you this one, Josephine. When you go to one of the spires, with your spot hidden roll, there is some kind of a warning, but you can't read what it is exactly.
It's not in Arabic, and it's not in... Okay.
It might be in Latin or some other language. You're not totally sure.
I know Latin.
You what now?
No, and does anyone here know any kind of, different languages?
We mean a little bit. I mean,
SCA.
not much, but I know a little Latin, but not much.
You can
Water
look at the
priest.
store. There's a language here I do not recognize.
Can you read us this language on this door, dear water priest?
Are you with them? This is a pretty big temple.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
came
wouldn't have
out to
been
the
able
main
to.
room. Like if they weren't by me when I was there, I went
Yeah.
out to the main room to grab them.
Oh, okay.
okay. I'm still sitting on the floor in front of the water priest asking them stupid questions.
I imagine Anna and Sarge with Nora as well,
Uh-huh.
asking dumb questions.
Anna is kind of hanging around, and like she likes the floor because it's almost perfectly reflective, so she keeps looking at it and like pawing at it, almost like a cat does to a mirror,
I mean,
because
I'm
they don't
with,
have mirrors back at her town.
I haven't given up almost completely on the most nonsensical conversation that's being had for a good long while.
Dear
I'm,
water
um,
priest,
I'm going
do
with-
you dream?
I'm going with Josephine to read. So, look, the kind of Latin that you would expect to find in like the Bible is about the extent I would know.
Dear Water
Dear
Priest,
Water
what
Priest.
is your first memory?
Oh my god, guys. This is
Dear
like the
Water
Sad
Priest.
Cat Diaries.
Didn't you sleep?
Is any of the words recognizable?
Can you do a roll for me? What do you got? Let's see how much you can discern.
Dear water priest, what is your favorite food?
Dear
Sweet
Water
Jesus.
Priest, do you like nachos?
Dear water priest, can you grant wishes?
I've got 40. I've got 40 in a cult. Can I do that?
You could do an occult roll, yeah.
Come on. That seems right. Alright.
It's really tough. It's some kind of an ancient language. It's very similar to Latin, but you're not quite getting the details. There is mention of the treasure, and that's kind of the most you can really pull from that observation.
I mean, I think that word is something like fortune. So this might be.
I can tell that it's some kind of a warning.
So putting those two together, possibly a threat to not go this way, or not remove the pearl thing, which they were saying was their main deal,
It
right?
could be a warning to not take anything from the temple.
I mean, they were quite hardcore, about that. That was definitely their attitude towards the pearl.
I wonder, maybe I should go ask one if I can open this door, or if it's a door that is not to be opened, for it will defile the temple.
I mean, that's probably a good idea before we actually do open the door. I would definitely agree.
At this point now, Nora's laying on the ground still asking stupid questions. Dear water priest, do you think my mom was a nice lady?
Okay.
They're just
before-
letting you ask questions and just standing there. They are very calm.
Water Priest, I have a question. So why your prized possession is a pearl? Why is it your prized possession?
It is not our prized possession, but that of our god.
Well, why is it your god or goddess? Is it a god or goddess?
It is a god, the river god.
Okay, so your god. Why is it his prized possession? Like that he just loves it so much,
It
or
was given
have,
to
like, a
him by his
power?
greatest love.
Ooh, that's
who's his
romantic.
greatest love? Can you tell us a story?
Oh,
Dear
hold
water
on,
priest,
hold
can
on,
you tell
hold
us
on.
a love story?
Hold on, before you go any further, can I just ask? The door over there.
We were wondering if we can go through it, or if that is forbidden.
Would that be defilement?
You may travel through this temple. You may not
we can
take
go
anything from it.
Absolutely, and we're not planning to. The door's okay though, yeah. Okay, you go on with the love story.
Dear water priest, can you tell us the love story between your god and the lady who gave him the pearl?
Yes.
So we're gonna go back to that
Yeah,
the
we're
door to
gonna-
the spire.
We're gonna get
I
far
actually,
away.
honestly, I want you to just cut this so you could tell them the story and we could hear it, and then I just won't know it. I just want to know it out of character, and then we could go back to being in the spire.
Or
So
is this one of those cases where you're like, I wasn't planning on telling the story?
I mean,
like-
we're going to pretend that they gave you a really cool intro to the story. Actually, no, we're not, because they're kind of direct. So we're going to say, very simply, they're going to kind of look at you as now Anna's kind of perked up because she likes stories. And she's sitting next to Nora, who's both of you guys looking up at one of the water priests that's standing there. And he says, many, many eons ago, our river god met...
Question.
What?
What's an eon?
It's a very long time.
Okay. So
Continue.
a month ago. Okay.
No, like years. Like
Oh.
years and years and years.
Okay, like 10 years ago. Okay.
No, like hundreds of years.
He met a sea nymph, and before he was returning to the east of the river, she gave him this pearl to remember her by.
Where'd she
How
go?
did they meet? Is she dead?
Oh,
Was she murdered by a scorned lover? Was she stolen from him? Did they have forbidden love? Dear water priest.
So about this door.
Dear water.
Dear.
I'm expecting like in our mail. I'm gonna go to our mailbox and Devin's gonna send us a letter and be like, "Dear water."
Dear water
Like,
priest.
God damn it!
Dear water priest.
Do you like your coffee with a lot of creamer or a lot of sugar?
So we're back over by this door. While this most ridiculous version of Blossom is going on in the main hall.
Yes. Are you guys going to try to read any more about the warning, or are you guys just going to go through?
So what do you reckon? I mean, probably a warning, but they said we could travel anywhere within the temple, so I'm not expecting it to be traptastic. We just don't take anything, yeah?
I'm gonna take out my dust again and kind of blow it over the door. Some of it, a little bit of it over the door.
You're good.
Okay.
Is it dark down in this door, or?
Oh, is the door not closed?
Oh, the door's closed, huh?
No, the
It's an
door
open
to the
doorway.
spire is closed. It's just like physically closed, but it's not like locked or anything like that.
Yeah, I was just making sure that it wasn't like, you know, trapped or booby. Like there's a warning that was like, this is gonna explode you if you walk through it.
Oh no, not like that. No.
So what do you reckon? Open the door, yeah?
I think that'd be fine, yes.
I'll give the door a bit of a shove. What is?
Dear water priest, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I'm gonna give the door a bit
Yep.
of a shove.
Yeah, you go. It opens.
Is there anything on the other side?
Just a staircase that goes up the spire.
Okay. What we're talking like spiral staircase here.
Yeah, I'm guessing spiral staircase.
Indeed.
Climb the tower.
Let's go.
I'll start to climb the tower and look around to see if I spot any kind of more writing or anything.
Everybody in chat going off about where the water priest. Dear water priest.
Dear water priest. When we go downstairs, remind me I should probably do some sort of rubbing.
You want to rub something?
Over the words that we saw on the wall. So that
Oh
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
a
Oh,
copy.
you mean like with like a brass rubbing, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, sure. If you got like a charcoal pencil or whatever.
I'm not sure if I have something along those lines, but we may be able to make something like that.
I mean, we can just burn a stick if you really need to.
Mm-hmm.
Dear water priest, are you offended by me eating fish sticks?
I mean, any and all right-thinking people are offended by you eating fish sticks.
Okay, so we're going up the tower.
Yeah. Anything to get us away from the
Dear water priest.
water priest situation that's occurring downstairs. I honestly hope there are traps that will kill us.
Oh my god. Why?
I do not hope for the same thing that you do. Sorry.
I feel bad for the Avatar guys downstairs. Okay.
They probably
Upstairs.
don't get a lot of visitors. You don't know.
Yeah, this could be the highlight of their year, which if so,
Yeah.
is an almost terrifying existence to behold. What's happening at the top of this tower?
Yeah. What are you trying to do something specific as Josephine, or are you just kind of looking around in general?
I'm just giving a layover, and then I'm gonna try to figure out what I want to do from there. So we're literally just going through the temple, looking at all the areas, and then I'm gonna go back and, you know, rub out a message I don't know, so we can go and ask somebody about it later. And I might do some other things, but we'll decide that once we go through the temple.
Fair enough. Yeah, so at the top of the spire, it opens up. Again, everything is very intricate and delicately made, very perfected, so to speak. No flaws can be really seen. Even in the stairs themselves, it's been smooth. It really is like, you know, how water makes those really smooth edges after, you know, like that's what everything is. It's incredibly smooth and perfected, beautiful. Again, doesn't doesn't seem like it's been made by nature, quote unquote, because of it being a structure. But it's obviously there's some more things at work than just water, going across rocks here. And so at the top of this, at the spire, you can see into the center area when you get there, and you can see out of the temple itself as well. So you kind of get like a general view of the area. And you can see
do
the
a
other
spot hidden to see if I see any signs of cats.
Sure. Good. That was a good. Yeah, you can see that they've definitely gotten over to where you guys were camping. They haven't not crossed into the temple sand area.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna be spot hidden for any more hieroglyphics or anything of any import or value that might tell us where the hell we're supposed to go next. Man, I am just not rolling anything ever again. I don't care.
How far are we from the top of the pillars in the main hall when we're on this spire?
Very high up. Those spires are significantly higher. The pillars are about 3-person tall around the pool.
How big is the top of this spire? Would this be a good place to camp to be away from the cats?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also gonna probably have to ask the temple people downstairs if they don't want their temple defiled, they should probably keep those cats out.
So, I haven't actually seen anything anywhere that might lead us to where we're going to go next. Do you have some sort of plan with that?
Well, there's 2 more spiders over there.
I agree, but there's nothing in this spire, and if there isn't anything in any of the others, do we know what we're going to do next?
Well, we could look in the pool a little bit. I haven't had a chance really to look there. I was taken aback when, water creatures come from the water. So I'd like to look in there. I'm sure there might be some kind of signs of something there. The rubbing might also help with anything. The problem is I wish that I knew that language.
I mean,
perhaps we can ask the temple gods if they know, if they can translate it for us.
I mean that does sound like a good idea. Oh, but let's go back down. We can ask the guy. I mean, they're probably going to be really excited to talk to somebody who is not Nora by that point. So
Perhaps.
maybe we ask them about the rubbing, and then we can have a look in the other 2 spires, and we can maybe go from there. Yeah. So we'll head back down.
Okay. Sounds good. So you get there and you're showing them the rub that you made? Or what are you doing?
Oh, I haven't gotten a chance to make it yet. I need to make some charcoal, so probably need to make like a fire of some kind. I don't have any charcoal. But I also want to go and check the other spires out and see if it has the similar warning or if any of them are a little different and all that kind of stuff. So you can let me know.
I've got a pencil if you want that.
Oh, well, then we can do that then, if you'd like.
I mean, if that's easier than burning a stick.
Well, I mean, like, I do not know if that's normally what I do. So, but if you have a pencil, then we are set. I have way higher amenities this time.
You don't usually bring a pencil?
No, I use charcoal and things along the line. I like to use things in nature because it's easier to not have them in my pack. I have to leave room in my pack if I take anything with me anywhere or if I pick up anything along the way. So I have to think minimally.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, it done. Okay, I mean, it done way a lot. I would probably just bring it with me. But okay, here you go. Anyway.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over and use like a piece of paper and rub the drawing.
Okay.
Nora's still asking dumb questions and like getting even more tired as she like asks more questions. So she's still laying on her back, like looking at the ceiling. Yeah, what a price.
Anna is mimicking you. She's laying down and asking the same questions after you're done asking them.
If you could be any animal, what kind of animal would you be?
Hey, Sarge, have they actually answered any of these questions yet?
They kind of told us the story about what the pearl means.
Oh yeah, what was that?
His betrothed gave
the
him.
guards?
Huh?
The guards betrothed?
Yeah. No, the gods.
Oh,
The god.
The
It's like-
god's girlfriend gave a pearl to him, and
Yeah.
she was stolen by an evil man, and then he had to go and save her, and then they lived together until she was poisoned by the evil man. And she just starts like making up this story.
Josephine's just gonna keep going. I'm gonna go over to another spire and see if there's any difference. I'm really trying to get the lay of the land of what's going on.
So he had to learn how to unpoison her. So he tried to suck the poison out of her lips, but it was too late.
Joseph, no, that sounds amazing, Nora. Josephine,
The story was boring.
Before you run off, can I have the rub, and I'll ask these guys about that.
Oh, well, I would
think
like to
they'll
hear
talk
that
to
too.
I mean,
If
we
you
should
guys
probably.
want to ask,
Oh,
you can.
Hey,
And yeah.
she found some symbols on your wall. Could you possibly translate them for us? We couldn't recognize them.
You have to say, "Dear Water Priest," first.
I'm almost certain that I do not.
Dear Water Priest, can you please translate these etchings that my friends found on the walls?
The warning is regarding
Told you.
defiling the temple. If you were to take the pearl, the river god's wrath would be upon you.
All right.
Where is the river god? Is he here?
Dear
He's
Water
the
Priest,
river.
where is the water god?
It's
Yeah, that one.
Okay, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, I think I'm probably leaving too. At that point.
Gonna go to the next spire. Is it the same thing?
Yeah, if you guys want to do more, like, either occult or language rules here, you can.
I only have language of Arabic, but I do have Dreamlands lore. If you think I should roll that instead.
I'll keep throwing out a cult, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like, between the occult and the Dreamlands, you might be able to piece some things together.
Do you want us to roll?
I've got a very rare success. If that helps.
Gray.
No, this is fine. If you want to, yeah. So basically, what you're getting right now, Milton, at the next spire, you see again the similar mention of the treasure, the possession, but the warning is a little bit clearer now that you've seen some of the symbols a few times, and you've kind of gotten a better feel for how things are laid out. And between the both of you guys, you determine that there is some kind of a curse if the pearl was taken.
It seems like, I don't know.
It makes sense. There's lots of curses here.
Yeah, I mean that it does seem like if you take the pearl, the curse comes. I don't know what it does to you, but I can't imagine the word curse being used in a nice way. So definitely sticking with the don't take the pearl theory.
I'm wanting to know everything that they know about the crystallizer of dreams, though.
They were saying it when last day.
Yes, but do they know anything about it? Do they know what it looks like? Do they know the story behind it? Is it a present from one god to another? That sort of thing.
Okay, so what do you reckon? We check the last spire, then we go back and ask them, and possibly muzzle Nora.
Yes, we just need to get, I mean, we don't do muzzle Nora. I mean, it's a story she'll want to hear.
Oh, I know, but I just think we should muzzle Nora.
I thought you liked her. She talks a lot and gets you things you want.
Yeah, but sometimes that goes sour as well.
We also need to warn them about the cats coming, that they might try to defile the temple.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm hoping the water guys have got some sort of defense mechanism against the giant man-eating cat things.
Well, before we go to the next spire, I'd like to say something to them.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk to them then.
Okay.
Dear what?
Dear water god, how do you dream? Do you dream in color or... Oh, I'm sorry. Dear water god, do you dream in color or not at all?
Those are the only options.
Oh, hold on.
Dear water god, do you ever get itches? And if so, how do you scratch those?
Absolutely, that is the most important question. But before we go any further, Josephine.
I did notice when I went to the top of the spire that some of the jungle cats from around here, they have gotten very close to your temple, and I believe they are trying to track us. So is there a way or a safer place that we can go to make sure that they do not defile your temple?
Dear water god,
Where do we go to get away from the cats?
You need not go anywhere. They will not enter.
All right. That's very good to know.
Dear water priest,
We did
do the cats not like you?
we did notice something about a curse. Is that the wrath of the water goddess thing? Is that the same thing?
You have to say
Yes.
dear water priest first.
I am convinced that I do not.
Yes.
I've been doing this for 30 minutes. I think I know how to talk to the water priest by now.
Dear water
Yes,
priest.
I think we're very lucky that they're quite tolerant of idiots.
Right. Dear
They're
water
very
priest.
nice. They're nicer than you.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Dear water
I-
priest, do we have to say dear water priest before we address you?
He just blankly stares back at you, and it's like he's blinking, but he's not, because he's made out of water, so...
Dear water priest, do you want them to leave the room? Sometimes he doesn't like to answer. I think he's a little bit shy.
Dear water priest, is there a main room where people like come on a pilgrimage to worship the river god?
Josephine will stop before she goes to that last spire to hear if they answer him.
Repeat the question?
Dear water god, is there a place of worship here?
This is the place of worship.
Oh.
Yeah. Do people
Oh,
come
so is the
here?
river god here?
Do they pilgrim here to worship the water god, the river god, Occurrence?
Sorry, out of scene. What are you asking?
I ask if people do take pilgrimages. If they do
Oh.
take pilgrimages here to worship the river god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There, if at all even possible, the expression of water changes slightly, and becomes more sad. None have worshipped here in a very long time.
Dear water god, how do I worship?
Just jump ahead of you for a second, then, Nora, because I'm sure it was going to be an amazing question. So the worship happens around this here inner pole.
I'm just telling you, water priest doesn't like it when you interrupt other people.
For the love of God, I think your pearl is going to probably end up being in this pole. The Josephine, that would be.
Well,
I think the pearl is probably going to be in the pole. Like, this is the center of the worship. That this is where they are. I'm thinking pearl, central pole.
more than likely, yes, but
Yeah. But seeing as we have as of yet discovered absolutely nothing about where we might go from here.
But
How about
I'm walking towards the spire at this point.
Yeah, me too.
Down the hall. Okay.
If
Just
there
so
is
you know, I
nothing-
don't want to get out of there. I don't want them to they can probably still hear us, but I don't want them to be right there.
If there is nothing in this next tower that actually would explain us where the hell we're supposed to go, and these priests are at best kind of, they're not chatty.
no.
I'm only asking, do we have any sort of idea, any information whatsoever on where we're actually going next? So far, we've come
But I'm
up
going to
with...
probably, I think I might actually try to worship their god and see if there's some kind of ritual for them to allow
Okay,
me to
I'm
do
not getting involved with worshipping another god.
so. Well, that's
As-
fine. I can do it. I told you. Didn't I tell you before we came in here? Anything that we have to do here.
So
I will
you take worship particularly not seriously then?
No.
Like you're gonna worship as a sort of trick.
No, not at all.
So you're gonna worship with all your heart and soul as worship should be.
I would like to perform in the ritual and see what if it may revigorate me. Perhaps it would make me believe.
Right. I mean, that sounds very persuasive, but also highly suspicious and morally circumspect.
Why would you say such a thing?
Well, it seems very like you're going to worship a god for the benefits of gaining information about the general area, and that seems pretty... I'm not entirely happy with that. Like, I'm not saying I worship this god, but I'd be a bit suspicious. Do you know Pascal's wage? No. Do you know Pascal? Do you know that argument, that whole thing?
I do not know who this past god is.
If you're gonna worship someone, you're supposed to believe. You shouldn't be doing it as some sort of means to just like gain information. That seems awful.
Well, perhaps I will believe in the god.
But you're thinking you might do the ritual and then maybe you'll actually come to believe in the god.
Trying to think of a way of putting it.
I'm just saying.
Do
I'm just
like
saying.
the locals?
Do like the locals do. So, do you have a god that you personally worship?
I believe in something.
Like,
I do not know its face.
but you have a god that you worship. Because if you do, then
No, not
doing their ritual.
particularly.
So you believe in nothing then.
No.
But you don't have a god that you worship.
Not particularly, no.
So is the idea that you may be able to worship the water god?
I believe that I've heard some people call it agnostic.
Agnostic is just don't believe in anything. But don't know
No, not
what you don't
agnostic. I'm sorry. There's another word for it. I can't remember what it was. I've only heard people speak of the, of philosophical conversations about religion in the bars when they've been drinking. And there's
Sure.
all sorts of people who talk about their sorts of different things. I believe in something. I just do not know what its face is. I don't believe that I would know what its face is. But there's a chance that perhaps I will see that something in their water god. I don't see that there is a point to completely cutting off how I feel about what I believe in on a moral level.
Okay, I mean that's I suppose that's okay. It's very okay. Well, Farron, look, let's check out this tower, and if you do the ritual, I think you should go into it with a pretty, I mean, honestly, when I pray, you gotta put heart and soul into it. I mean, otherwise it's not gonna do anything.
All right, well, I will pray to what I
I'm
believe
just-
in.
I mean,
Perhaps the river god will show their face.
yeah, maybe that's not usually how prayer works, but okay. We've been.
Well, how
I
does your
see-
prayer work? I'm gonna keep going up the
Yeah,
spire
we're
and
still
looking
walking
around.
up the spire at this point.
Okay.
I mean, when I pray, I'm talking to God, but
Do you know what he looks like?
God,
Does he know? Yes.
I mean, I don't know what he looks like personally. I've not seen God's face.
It's the man.
Say what?
Is it a man?
Well, I mean, he's usually pictured as such, yeah.
Oh.
But that's mostly because, paternalism. But, yeah, he's looked at as a man. Yeah, that's how we think of him for sure. Like a father, or like any sort of higher paternalistic relationship. Like a father or a grandfather or something like that. That's the sort
What
of
does
the
a
way we try.
standard father look like then?
I mean, honestly, it mostly depends on what culture you're from, but pretty much elderly, bearded.
So your god can look like many things.
I mean, it's supposed to basically be something that you find within yourself, yeah.
Maybe my god looks like a water god.
I mean, I don't have a problem if you want to worship the water god. I'm just saying, if you do want to worship the water god, I don't think it should be in a faintly suspicious trying
I'm
to
not
find
going to
out.
do it and tell them, oh, I came here for a pilgrimage to your god or nothing. I was going to say I would like to pay respect. Would it be possible for me to do the ritual to pay respect to your god? I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
going to
Then. I
be-
mean, that's much different then. Okay, then I feel. Yeah. Okay, then I understand where you're coming from. Because yeah,
Well, that would
honestly, no, because that would be, on a level of defilement. I would say pretending to worship a god would be right up there.
Oh, no, I would
And those
never.
guys are made out of water, so there's every
I-
chance that they might actually be able to,
Some temples I may have to break into, but normally I try very hard to be respectful of the places that I go because I found that if you are not, that is when you get you in trouble.
Well, yeah, respect, but yeah, respect for the god. I mean, I absolutely agree.
Mm,
Don't show respect in a temple, you might as well buy yourself a lifetime in hell.
What is hell? Oh no, that is. He was explaining it to me. It's a place you go after
Hell
you
is
die.
where the wicked go. Yeah, so you die, and if you've been good, you go to heaven. Soul is made immortal, infinity of grace. And if you've been bad, if you've been evil in your life, you go to hell. And that's a lot less pleasant.
Is
We'll
it like
see
a
fire.
point system?
A court system?
A point system.
I mean, yeah, so St. Peter, okay, he weighs your heart outside the gates of heaven, right? And if your heart weighs more than a feather, then you go to hell.
Oh.
Yeah, St. Peter he's the guy who stands before the gates of heaven, yeah?
And I'm guessing this has nothing to do with your actual physical heart, correct?
No. It's much more like your conscience. So if it's weighing up guilt, yeah?
Hmm.
So if you know that you've done bad things, regardless of whether or not you were okay with them when you were alive, but you know that they were wrong, that's the weight in question, and that's what it either let you into heaven or you end up in hell.
Hmm.
And hell is like torment, yeah, ultimate suffering. So let's not do that.
That doesn't sound like a very nice god.
Sarge has something to say.
So to interrupt
I'm sorry, we're having a philosophical
theological
conversation.
discussion real quick. I want to, as they left, I want to then be like, hey, Nora, let's do something cool. Hey, how do we give tribute to the water god?
Dear water priest, how do we give tribute to your water god?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We need to like dip our heads in the water, like in a baptism way.
I don't know if they know what baptism is.
They probably don't. I'm sorry. A baptism is like, oh, I'm sorry. Dear water priest, baptism is when somebody dips their head under the water and then they get washed of all the bad gunk off of them. It's like a shower, but a spiritual shower.
Yes.
Do a. I need you to do a roll for me here, but. Trying to think what would be best here for something like this. I kind of am thinking to go with occult here, because that's probably the closest resembling skill to use.
Roll
Occult
occult?
for what? What am I?
To talk to them about the ritual.
Oh, we're doing a ritual? I don't know shit. I'm like, you guys want like
Fish?
pray to someone, or do you guys have like a pray room, or
Dear water priest, how do we pay tribute to the water god? Do we need to sacrifice someone?
what?
I mean, sometimes gods want sacrifices.
I mean,
Dear water priest, do we give you a gift?
They are not very moved by your questions.
Dear water priest, how do I devote my life to the water god?
Oh my god. You guys are killing me. Okay. Are we doing this questioning thing, or what are we gonna do here?
oh, I was just trying to figure out if we can pay tribute to the water god in some way.
They're not interested in talking to you about pretty much anything.
Oh, they're boring.
That would make
Dear
sense.
water priest, why do you not want us to do nice things for your god? Do you think you're enough? That he doesn't need us? Dear water priest, you're hurting my feelings right now.
I'm supposed to be stoic water priest, and you guys are just making me laugh all the time. What am I supposed to do about that?
Can someone please draw fan art of Nora sitting on the ground, like with her hands like this, just being like dear water
Yeah,
priest.
water priest.
Dear water.
I would love the water priest to look like a Bishonen, anime boy, but like as a fish, so kind of like
Honestly, I've
well,
been imagining
water,
blue
but
guy from
water.
Avatar, but made of water the entire time.
Yeah.
Out of character knowledge, these are water elementals. So, yeah.
Dear water priest, are you salt water or fresh water?
Is there anything in the other tower, by the way?
There's you can do another occult
Slash Dreamland.
yes. Those things. Sorry, I need to eat the rest of my food. My brain is dying. Okay. That's not too bad. So with the information that you have from the other spire, the wrath and the curse here is, you would probably deduce. I'm trying to like add up all of your successes here. You would probably deduce it's something to do with eternal thirst.
Oh shit.
Seems to me, I don't know. Is it something like, you know how in the desert, if you don't get water, and you get to that stage before you die, where you're so thirsty that anything that you could drink, you start to hallucinate all that thing? It feels like it's that state, but forever, if you take the pearl. I think that word there,
It's a good thing we're not looking for a pearl.
yeah, because I think that word there is living death. Yeah, let's definitely not take the pearl. I do think we need to ask these. I think if we're getting any information out of these guys, it's gonna be literally with talking to them, because this whole temple is just one big warning about not taking the pearl, which honestly they said at the beginning.
They're just trying to make it clear for people who are stupid.
Yeah, it's definitely being rammed home at every opportunity, but they did mention it at the start. So I think if we try and talk to these water guys, that's probably the way to go.
We probably need to make camp for the night as well soon.
Yeah, I mean,
If they think that the temple is protected from the cats, we can get a lot of rest here.
I mean that's definitely a good idea, and I could definitely use a nap. We've been going for a long time today.
Okay. So you're going to return to the group. We're going to take our break here. I think it's a good stopping point. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, it took a tiny bit longer. I need food. All right, but we get back and we ready to roll. You guys are returning from the spire to the central pool area, where Sarge and Nora are there asking questions that the blue priests are not really open to answering.
So, sorry to jump in. I'm sure you were having a riveting conversation. About the god that gave him the pearl, the special treasure. What was the name of that god again?
She has no name.
She has no name. No name in the sense of like she actually has no name, or more in the sense of like this name cannot be spoken.
She has no name.
Would you describe her as? Does she have a temple of any sort? Any place of sovereignty for her? Is she a god herself?
She is not worshipped.
Right. Not worshipped in the sense, because your water god, obviously you guys worship him, and so you should. But you no, there doesn't seem to be a lot of people coming here to make a pilgrimage here. Am I right?
No one comes here.
So is it worshipped in the sense that he is worshipped, or is it less than that? And she got no priests like yourselves.
No, she is but a simple nymph.
Oh, so she presumably has some sort of like, I don't know, grove or place that is sacred, like the Paul area.
When our god traveled to the west, he found this woman, the sea nymph, and returned when he traveled home here to the east with the pearl.
So he didn't bring her back with him, no?
They could not.
Oh, it's very sad.
I think you're upsetting the water priest by not saying dear water priest.
Yeah, dear water priest, what is a nymph?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not saying dear water priest. So, I honestly think, if anything, you've managed to irritate him more with repeatedly asking that question.
A nymph
But-
is like a fairy,
Yeah,
but they have a very close connection with something. So if it was a sea nymph, then it would have a connection with the sea. It would not be able to leave the sea. If it is some kind of nymph of the forest, also called dryads, then it would be, it would be connected to whatever forest area it is from.
Yeah, that makes as much sense as anything else. So, is there any way? Oh no, after you.
No, go ahead.
Is there any way for us to, like? I understand you got your pearl right here, and I take it is the pearl in the pole? There. Is that where your treasure's kept? We're not going in there. I'm just asking, in the sense that, like, the cross or whatever, right?
They're not answering your question.
Okay then.
Oh, so you took
Dear
visit
water
her.
god, are you tired? Do you need a nap?
Like that, that's not the water god. That's his.
Or dear water priest.
Yeah,
Do you
there
need-
we go.
Is the sea in question where the nymph was from? Is that the sea that travels to the east there? The one that we came in land from the west, but if you go out to sea and then head easterly, is that the sea in question that you got?
The
was actually
Caesarean Sea.
across?
No.
Oh, it is
what-
not the Caesarean. It is not the sea that Ocaras runs into.
No.
Oh,
Well, which
that is
sea
very
was
sad.
that?
Then he cannot come to it.
He
Does
comes
he
from
come?
he came from the west. His home is here east.
So
His
back
home
up
is
the
here.
river.
So he's the god of this river, yeah?
Yes.
But he came from far away.
He was traveling the world here. He traveled the realm.
So what was he the god of before he was at this river?
We only know that he is the river god.
Okay. Could he be the god of all rivers, potentially? Or is it just this river in particular?
We do not know.
Because I'm thinking that if he came from the west there, then there's every possibility that he was presumably he was a god before he arrived here.
He must have always been a god.
That is what I would have assumed. Yeah. So he presumably he is the god of a lot of different things other than just this river. Although he of course is god of this river.
Josephine's just gonna lean back against the wall.
Dear water priest, where can we set up camp?
Dear water priest, can you help us at all in our situation?
That's a good one too.
They're not answering.
You know the crystallizer of dreams you said was lost.
It is lost to the guardian.
Now that's actually quite. Who was the guardian?
We do not want to have met the guardian.
I mean, I almost certainly think that's true. But you see, the big ginger guy and the dark haired girl, they're not actually from here. I'm not actually either from here, but they need to find a way to get back to their world, you see. Are you aware of other worlds? Like, this isn't the only world, or is this the only one you're aware of?
We only know this place.
Okay, well, they come from another place. Anyway, about this guardian, He was, I take it, the one who lost the crystallizer of dreams, yeah?
Not lost.
It was taken from him?
No. It is left with them, the Guardian.
So the Guardian still has the crystallizer
Yes.
of dreams.
So, dear Water Priest, where is this Guardian?
We do not know.
Dear Water Priest, who will know where this Guardian is?
We do not know.
Dear Water Priest, what is the Guardian?
We do not know.
Dear Water Priest, what do you know about the Guardian?
We know nothing more.
This is hopeless. Why are we doing this?
Well, we found out something we didn't know before.
We found a Guardian. We don't know who he is, what he is, where he is, if he even really does have this crystallizer. Might as well just give up now and be like the bakery lady in the town.
Weren't you in some sort of...
Oh, the
like,
cookie lady? Oh, God.
weren't you like some sort of, like, student of something or working with a secret society before?
Yeah, Secret Christmas.
It's not secret.
But
Sometimes when you seek out knowledge, it doesn't just all fall into your plate.
like, it seems like this might have been something you sort of problem you'd have encountered before.
Dear Water Priest, you guys have a library? Oh, okay. Well, try it.
Dear Water Priest, can you please drown me and put me out of my misery?
No,
I mean,
don't do that, Water Priest, please.
No.
He's being sarcastic. Do you know what sarcasm is, Water Priest?
We do not know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sarcasm is when you're trying to be funny and say something you mean, but you don't really mean it. So if you're like, "Oh, I'm so happy with you right now," I'm not really happy with you, but it's the tone of voice I was using. So it's really interesting and how that can work. Do you want to try it?
I don't think that's gonna... Anyway, can we camp here for the night before leaving in the morning and taking her with us?
You may stay.
Is there a specific place you would like us to camp?
Are we able to leave whenever?
You may leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Sarge,
is there a
there,
particular
you
place?
can see a vast amount of land around the temple from the tower, from the spire, so we can use the spire to see where the cats are or which direction we should go when we leave and that sort of thing.
They're not here and they've lost interest probably by now if they're like instinctual, but I don't think they're intelligent.
Okay, well, why don't we go and camp in the central tower then? And then that way we'll be able to keep an eye out for that and generally get out of their way and out of their hair.
I would like to pay my respects to your god.
I don't
Is
like
there
how
a way
Meta's
to do
smiling
such a
right
thing?
now.
We asked them. They won't let you.
No, they denied us.
They are not happy about you paying respect to their god.
I want to take that up with their management.
So
Yeah, me too. I'm a little
If someone were
upset.
to come here on a pilgrimage, what would they do to show respect to your god?
Not defile the temple.
I guess it is true.
Nora, can you come with me and we'll start setting up the camp up in one of the towers up there. Sarge, if you bring Anna as well. I know it's terrible having to actually do something, but Sarge, if you bring Anna as well, then we can set up a small fire and maybe get some food going for everyone. Yeah,
It's very nice there. On
Yeah,
top of the
okay.
spire.
I'm for that.
does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and do that, and we'll leave Josephine to do whatever she's, her plan is. But it doesn't matter because we can get the camp set up, and then when she, if they don't want to talk to her, that's fine too. But at least that way we'll have something on the go.
I agree.
Sounds good. Okay then.
Also, I'm hungry and Anna's hungry.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go and do that. Come on, Nora, you can do the cooking.
Cooking?
Have you done cooking before?
I know how to boil water.
Okay, tell you what, I'll do the cooking. You boil the water.
Okay.
Perfect. I'll sort of usher them
Meta.
away.
Nora kind of is like
Can
shuffling
I do
around with her head
a
down.
lore roll to see if I know or have heard of what someone who worships water would do? As like here in the Dreamlands?
Yeah, you'd need a hard success though.
Okay. Because I'm not sure, that's not probably a normal religion to people just to worship water.
A lot of these quote gods have been forgotten already.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be like small tribal villages that probably still have some kind of relevance to it, but
Close, but no cigar.
yeah, it's just nobody really talks about the river god. It's just, you know, the way that things go with like the Okranis River being so close to Lonith and all that. You guys get the water fed to this, like past the city, that then spills to the bay. But nobody really spends time worshiping elemental gods.
Mm-hmm.
Elemental gods, like as with all anthropomorphic personifications, it's all going to be creation and destruction. So either sacrifice something or like give something of yourself. That's like 99% all element out of character.
Yeah.
That's 99% all elemental demiurges operate in much the same way. It's all creation and destruction because they're all personified from the force which they are taking their personification from. Therefore, since the forces are all creative or destructive or both, it's either blood or it's something else like that.
I'll give you.
Well, I won't really know that much, so I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think that Josephine would know much about that particular bit there. The most that she could deduce would be that there is not a lot of attention that's given to these type of elemental gods, because they're just not something that's prevalent for worship in the Dreamlands. A lot of the Dreamlands itself inherits a lot of the cultural aspects of the travelers that come in from dreams, and so everything is very skewed. There's no set, like the most rigid structure you guys have, especially in Lonith, is the fact that you have a hierarchy from like the king that rules over the realm, but each of the kingdoms, there's 7 of them, and they have their own rulers, so it's very much separate. Everybody's cultures and structures are very separate depending on which city you go to. Like, there's not one singular thing for the world, which is, again, it's inherent to be within the Dreamlands. Things are not concrete. Things are very fluid here.
I'm gonna kneel by the water and the main water, and I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look up at one of the water priests and say, and like kind of indicate, may I put my hands in the pool?
They kind of just look at you and then nod.
Okay. I'm gonna wash my face in it.
Okay.
And I'm going to like wash my arms and stuff with it. And then I'm gonna take one of my gems out of my pouch, my stones, and I'm going to like kind of throw it into the water a little bit, and then I'm going to maybe die. I'm gonna put some dust in my hand. I'm gonna blow it over the water.
Okay. The dust has almost like a rippling effect on the water. You see the same kind of shimmer that you saw when the priests emerged from their pools, but this is much more phosphorescent, much closer to how the floor glows, but nothing else happens.
Okay. I'm gonna take my canteen and say, may I? Do they look like they know what that means?
They're not really sure. But do a spot hidden roll for me. With the dust still settling, but right towards the end, you see that the center area of the pool most likely has some kind of container within it.
That's what I already kind of knew. Okay. Put it up. I'm gonna dip it in the pool, And I'm gonna pull it up. And I'm gonna see if they're okay with that.
They don't do anything.
Okay. I'm gonna put a cap on it. I'll take it with me.
Okay. Everybody else is making camp right now? Is that
Up at the
correct?
spire, yeah.
Okay.
That I am.
All right, cool. So, Anna has gotten very tired at this point. She has kind of curled up in a section of where you guys made camp, kind of to the side with her back against the wall of the spire.
Okay, look. So whatever we're looking for here, the thing that was going to get you home, it's obviously not here. But all we have to go on is this guardian. So we can obviously go back to Laneth and start looking that up if we have any idea where to look for it. I don't know if Josephine has any further information. I don't know what she's up to right now. She was talking about paying homage to... No. Hey, Nora, how you getting on over there? Have you got is the water boiling?
Yeah, it's boiling.
Can you do you see the carrots next to it that we cut up earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Can you put them in the boiling water?
Okay.
Okay. You see the wax covered package with the meat in it?
Puts it in the water.
Okay, so when it's all brown and bubbling, take it off the fire.
Okay.
And then you'll have cooked your first stew. Is this not the best day of your life?
I'm so excited.
I mean, your voice certainly does give that away to me.
How high up is this right now?
It's about a
Very-
couple hundred feet, I reckon.
Oh yeah, it would just stop. All of this would stop.
It will be over.
Okay, so
Well, what is the plan moving forward?
not cooking stew ever again in slow fashion. I would say, go find the library, I guess.
I mean, so we're looking up this Guardian thing. It's not really my area, to be honest.
I don't even know if you can find anything about this river god because it seems so old and ancient that no one worships it anymore, and the water priests inside just won't talk to us because they're a bunch of d-bags. They being very rude. We were very polite. Me and Nora were very polite to them the whole time, and they were just stared at us blankly, right? And we're like, dear water priest, ask questions. And
Do you think it's possible that they thought with the dear water priest thing repeated over and over again that you were in some way mocking them?
No.
Okay, that's the most attention that they've had in centuries, so they should have been happy.
Now, if it were you, and for example, Anna asked you over and over again, dear Nora, what did you think about? Is your favorite color blue? Do you like sandwiches? Are you the kind of person that enjoys a piano recital? Have you ever been to the moon? Would you at about question 5?
No one's ever going to go to the moon.
Nobody's ever going to ask that. That's just ridiculous. You're being ridiculous right now, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, that's definitely far more ridiculous than asking water priests.
Going to the moon? I just was trying to get to know the water priest. I wasn't being irrational.
So, do you think it's possible that was the reason they were not answering your questions?
Maybe they can only say certain things.
I mean, maybe so. They were actually answering quite a lot of questions once we stopped doing the dear water priest thing.
Can I roll spot hidden around to get like a layout of what this place looks like, if anything stands out?
Why spot hidden?
Well, I don't know what else to roll.
Navigate, or if you're trying to get a layout, that's more of a navigate type of roll.
Okay. I also kind of want to do spot hidden for anything that kind of like stands out as odd. Where's navigate? No. Can I do that with spot hidden?
Sure, but what specifically are you looking for? What's standing out?
Well, this is a temple. It's ancient and like gone. It's secret doors.
Okay. I can tell you don't need to make a roll for that. You're not going to find anything in the spire for that.
Yeah, because you're afraid to say, like, you have to get a critical, and then I'm going to get
last time that shit happened, we ended up in some sort of poisonous sewer.
No. There is nothing up here other than the terrain that you see outside and into the middle center where the pool still is.
What direction is Arnith?
The village town?
Yeah.
North, way north. You probably couldn't see it from where you are.
North. So it's not west, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to like picture where the temple is comparative to everything else, and Arnith would be like way north.
Okay.
Can we from there? Can we see the sea where presumably the boat is still?
Yes, you could see the sea. It's hard to see the boat itself, but you can definitely see it. Yeah.
See where the sea is. Yeah.
Well, because then you can also see Cellophase, which is all the way across the ocean, on the next landmass. So.
Okay, I mean, it seems like if we're gonna find out anything more about this god and potentially follow that trail, we have to go back to the direction from where he came from. Maybe see if we can track down this nymph gave him the pearl or whatever's going on with that. Because if not that, we need to find out about these guardians, and I don't know how much we're gonna find out in Lana.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know much about these other cities and all that.
Well, I mean, because that Wizard's Tower thing was a bust in the end. That was like a museum for magical crap.
When we first got here, there was like this mountainside that had these little balcony things on the side.
What,
I saw a person.
You saw a person there?
I saw a person. It was like a straight up mountainside, and there was a bunch of balconies with like holes going into it, and it looked like people lived there. Maybe they would know.
I mean, possibly. I think if we're finding anything out, we're probably going to need to go to a library or something like that. But yeah, maybe those guys, did they look like they, were there any similar markings or anything to this?
It was really far away. I didn't get a close look other than that.
Oh, okay.
Before I get to the top of the tower, I'm going to pour out a little bit of the water in the canteen in like an area that I can maybe figure out like if there's like a depression or there's like a crack or anything. I'm going to take a pinch of the dust and I'm going to drop it on there and see if it does the same thing when it's not in the pool.
Oh, you're just like moving. Okay, yeah. No, it does not do the same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a crit success for you, by the way. Lavi. From chat.
Oh.
Josephine.
Oh. Thank you.
We're kind of...
That was before I got to them.
Where do we go from here? Like, do you have any further ideas? Like, I was thinking maybe we could try going west, see if we can find out sort of like the original genesis of this thing, or maybe track it that way.
I think if we're going to be looking up any kind of gods, I know that there's a library close, not close to Lanith, but it's a little close to Lanith.
Oh, is it quite? I mean, I don't want to put a damper on our plans, but I'm not much for the books. I mean, like I've read a few, but is anybody like good with like researching that?
I mean, I went to school for what they do.
Evelyn was our book nut, but she's dead.
Yeah, I mean, are you either you good with books? I don't think me and him are.
I mean, I can read.
Decent.
I stole.
I can read. I don't mean about reading you. I mean, if I gave you a big heap of books and told you to find one thing, would you be able to do it?
No.
I could look for a little while and find it, I think.
Now, if you want me to shoot a fucking book, I'll do it all day.
I mean, that may not be as helpful.
I'll stab a book.
Yeah,
I'll set a book on fire.
I think we definitely need to look into this guardian now. I've never heard of such a thing before. This has to do with old religion, and I don't know whether or not we can find that specifically in Laneth or in a small village or something. We might even be able to find something along the river if there's people that believe still in the god along the river.
I mean, it
Doesn't sound
seems like nobody was believing in this god apart from the priests. They didn't seem like anybody had ever been to this temple in ages. Maybe your library then is the best place for us to try. I don't know.
No. I've never been there, but I've heard very good things about it.
Nora's
I
just,
like to
laying on
learn,
the
I like to
ground.
read the books and such, but I find that I like to go into the field more than I like to read the book.
I mean,
I mean, anything like I don't know. I think we just stay on our guard and then head to a library and find something out because they're not telling us anything. There's nothing here. Don't take the pearl. None of us are going to take the pearl because.
oh yeah, you really don't want to do that. It's some sort of live and death thing with with thirst that doesn't stop. I don't think that's something we should.
Oh,
yeah. It's actually quite specific, and
you're thirsty forever.
Yes, there is a curse that is pretty bad. Yes.
I would fully encourage not taking the pearl.
Yeah, I don't want to be thirsty forever.
Yeah, I don't think it's thirsty in the sense of like I'd quite like a glass of water. I think it's more like thirsty in the sense of perpetual live and death. So yeah, let's definitely avoid that if possible.
All right. Well, I mean, we can get some sleep right now and do that kind of stuff, and then where do we want to go from here? Honestly.
Well, I think that library you were talking about there.
The library, I believe, is the best place to go next. I'm just worried about when we leave, whether we need to watch for the cats, because I feel that we need to watch what they're doing, if they're still out there and what's not, if there's any signs of them, because they may be hiding and waiting for us to leave as well. I know them, they're not, smart like humans that I know of. However, they are still tracking beasts. They still, hunt prey.
I mean, we can always okay, the cats we know their primary feeding territory is basically west from here, pretty much between us and the boat.
This is a little bit of their hunting area as well, which is why I've never come here before.
So maybe if we travel south and then come round again to the west, we can sort of scud round their hunting area and come back to the sea that way. Would that be safer, do you reckon?
We could do that, yes.
Yeah. I mean, that might be the way to go.
I wonder, I don't know exactly where we are because I didn't know where this temple was, and Henry's very bad at, directions of distance. But we may be able to go down the river to where it empties into the sea and then back up the coast to your boat. I don't know if that's a I don't know if how long the river is to the sea. I do know kind of where it comes out though, don't I? Because we
yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, if this river is really that important to my specific kingdom, I would think that I might not know exactly what turns it takes, but I would guess I would know the area that it shoots out into the ocean.
Yeah, you would for the ocean. But I thought you guys went inward a little bit more, and then, or was it? Did you keep it on the ocean?
We kept it on the ocean, and then we cut straight through the jungle to get to it. Well, as much as we possibly could. Right. I'm suggesting that we take the river down and then up the shore again. So we're kind of a long way. Yeah. But maybe it's the safer way to keep away from the cats.
Sure.
I mean, most animals can't track you over water. So, if we travel down the river, I mean, that's probably the best way to go. We just stay on the side of the bank that they are not on, as far as we know.
Is Nora asleep?
She's laying on her side, facing away from everybody, just being quiet.
What do you reckon, Nora? Does that sound good?
Whatever.
Why are you mad?
Because we don't find anything here, and it's the more we keep looking, the more it's just impossible to get back.
But we did. We found out about the Guardian.
When we have all we have is a name. We don't have anything else with it. I'm never going home.
Now we have to go look in some books and find out who this guardian is.
And then we're gonna have to go to another temple, and we're gonna get there. We're not gonna have any more answers, and there's just gonna be more questions. We're gonna do this forever until I'm old and ugly.
I mean, potentially, if
I
you
mean,
wanted
you
to
can
stop,
always go back to Lanith and, sell cookies.
Might as well.
I
Okay, well,
mean-
we'll go have fun.
I think it's entirely possible that you might be right, that we might have to go to somewhere else and look up the thing and then go to somewhere else. But since the alternative is literally curling up and dying in the water temple, you can pretty much choose the two between which one you like the most.
Yeah, sure. It's easy
Oh,
for
well.
you to not be upset. You could just go back whenever you want.
And yet, despite the fact that I can do this, I continue to trudge through this fucking jungle with you, trying to help you to find a way back.
I'm Nora. Look here, it's
This is a
gonna
very
be
nice
fine.
deed.
We're from the same boat. My boat's a little bit different than your boat, but we kind of are in like the same pond, right? So I mean, like, you can't just give up because something doesn't work out your way. I mean, that's life. You should already be familiar with that. I mean, like, your parents were taken from you when you were what, 10 or something, or even younger. I mean, like, that wasn't fair, and that didn't work out. But you didn't give up. You learned how to do hocus pocus magic stuff and make invisible walls that hurt my face. So I mean, we can't just give up every time something throws a wrong turn or something bad in our way. We just got to keep fighting until we can get through it all.
Like, it seems very much like in this dream place that we're in, that there is ways to get, like, people, your stories don't come out of nowhere, right? Things happen and then the stories are born. So I think there's every possibility in a world such as this that we will be able to find you a way to get home.
What about those other people that were speaking back in Lanith, the people that were causing that ruckus on the bridge?
Oh, what?
What
The
about
guys who got taken by the, what they call it, like the police.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they know something too.
They might know how to get back as well.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
that,
What am I even gonna
Some
do when I
people-
get caught?
there's a rift between worlds in Lanith. Sometimes people from another world will blink in and blink out without even knowing that it has happened. Unless they did it on purpose, which it didn't seem like they did it on purpose, I don't think that they knew what had happened. I think it was a complete luck or karma that did that to them.
So I need to just sit around where this thing is and hope that I get.
Had they known, they probably would have been paying more
Please don't do
attention
that.
to everything that was out there. They wouldn't
Well,
have
look.
seemed so shocked.
It seems possible, not certain, no guarantees given, but it seems possible that we can in fact find you a way to get back to, I mean, not necessarily your world, because you said it got eaten by a big bird thing, but maybe my world, which I have to tell you is like, England and France, and it's all the stuff that you're used to in your world, but it hasn't been eaten by a giant bird, I'll tell you that. So
I mean-
maybe, as far as I know.
No, I mean, like, Brighton from my place wasn't eaten by a giant bird because
I thought you said there was a big bird monster or something.
There is, but I mean, my Brighton that I remember, at least.
Oh, from the future or wherever you're from.
Yeah, it's gonna be too complicated to explain, but like, so I mean, the Brighton, it was not eaten by a big bird, but yours was eaten by a big bird. So maybe there's two Brightons and two different. I don't know, whatever. Making my head hurt.
I haven't been in Brighton for quite a few months, but I picked up some stock from Brighton in June, and it was very much. I mean, it's still shit, but it wasn't destroyed in any real sense.
Yeah. Well, when was that? Was that before August 6th?
I mean that was June I was last there, but I've been in England like last week, and I think it would have probably been in the newspaper if Brighton had been destroyed.
That's very true. Yeah.
And I haven't actually. I didn't see anything about that. I mean, Brighton is. I imagine it's the same grotty hole that it always is. But it seems, to be there in my world. And so, I think we can probably get you back there. And there might even be a version of your secret society there. I don't know how it works, to be honest.
Maybe there's like a version where your parents are still alive, and then you can be like, yeah, and then you can like hang out with like the other version of you, and then you guys can be
I think there's a dangerously real possibility that if you do find it back to our world, you're going to have to be very, very careful that you don't meet yourself and cause a temporal spatial paradox that shatters reality.
What the fuck?
Well,
What?
no matter what.
No, not using an Irish accent.
If I go back to a place that has my mom and dad, I can't ever see my mom and dad because then I'll be there and I could break the reality or whatever if I see myself.
But you would actually be able to see them. You just won't be able to talk to them. That might be worth it on its own, right? Do you know they're alive? Would that be something that's, just, I know you couldn't, and that's very hard, but knowing that they were even alive and that you actually grew up, kind of normal, not mostly snotty, would that be something you could, that might be worth going back for?
It doesn't help cheer me up if you hide little insults like that in your little
It's not hidden.
Okay, before we start. Oh my God! All right. Well, I think we all should get sleep because we're getting cranky, and we all got cranky pants on.
Well, at least we don't probably have to post a guard tonight. It doesn't seem like anything's coming in it.
I'm posting guard. You know what? I don't trust anywhere we go because the weirdest shit seems to happen. No matter what. So.
All right. Tell you what then. I'll guard for half. You guard for half. They can sleep because it's probably for the better anyway.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. So do you want first watch or second?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Well, wake me up at midnight.
Okay.
I need Nora to make me a power roll.
Excuse me.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nora has a lot of power.
Yeah.
She does.
Powerful.
So
may even be over a certain number.
You're not sure if this is a dream at first or if it's actually happening, but when you fall asleep initially, you awake again almost immediately, but you're not where you were before. You look around and it seems almost like one of the sanctums from the society. There's a lot of kind of emptiness in general, though, and the corners are much darker than they normally would be because it's usually illuminated. But you're sitting there, and kind of you get up off the ground and you look around, and you can't see anybody, but you can distinctly feel that someone is there, like they're trying to appear, but they can't. And you get a faint feeling like someone is reaching for you, but you just can't see them, but it's like they're right there in front of you almost. And as you're doing this, you have this sensation that somebody or something is coming back from wherever they were, like they're returning. Like you get the feeling of somebody's returning, like how somebody's gonna come home soon kind of thing. It's that feeling that you get. But then you fall back asleep / wake up again, and you're back in the Dreamlands on the Spire.
She just kind of sits and stares off at his face for a little bit. Nora's pretty devastated at this point. Like she was really hoping to go home at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a little upset that she's not.
Is
and she
one
doesn't
of
feel
your
like there.
Sarge awake here?
I think Sarge is awake, right? Still?
I'm awake, yeah. Is she just staring off in the blankness?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nora?
What?
What's going on? You were sleeping and you just woke up.
I had a bad dream.
Well, what'd you dream about?
I was back home.
Yeah, I mean, I dream about that too. Well, I don't like my dreams lately. They've been like weird and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, we'll get back home. It's just don't worry about it. All right. You know what? The greatest things in life are the hardest to obtain. So if it was easy, then you know what? It's probably not worth it.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't. You know what? It's kind of a bummer that there wasn't more here. I was kind of hoping that we would have figured all this out, but I mean, I don't know. This place is weird. Like, I don't know. There's nothing here, right? There's just a bunch of. They had the cookie lady, which was a highlight, but like everyone else is like doesn't have like cars or anything, or they do weird cats that eat people or worship things that are in the ground or have a river god. I never seen a river god before, or people made out of water, which I'm just accepting that this is a weird place and that's just normal here.
Yeah, but it's just not home.
No, definitely not. No, like I miss pooping on a toilet.
Yeah, I mean toilets were like nice.
I mean plumbing's really nice. I miss television. I miss. Yeah. Okay. So there's these. So they send there's these boxes, and people can project themselves onto it. It's not magical. It's more about they have cameras and they can record.
Cinema existed at this time.
34.
30. There might have been TVs.
There were definitely cinemas in there.
Yeah, I was like, so the movie theaters, it's like that, but in your own home, right? But not giant. It's like a portable one. And you have it in your living room, and everyone can watch, and they can watch funny shows and stuff like that, or get the news. It's a great way to get the news because then all the information gets relayed, and that's how we keep up to date on what's going on, around the world, especially when Hitler starts being a dick. But yeah.
Sounds really nice.
It's really awesome, but we gotta, yeah. I mean, it might be easier for you to get back home. I don't think I'm ever going to get back home.
Maybe we just go back to your home together. My home's probably gone anyways.
My home is in the future, and probably not able to attain. And even if I did attain it, I have that weird tentacle, invisible dog thing chasing me. So
maybe we should go back to Milton's world then.
I mean, I wish we could. I wish he could take his key and bring us all over, and we're like, hey, look at us. We're partying over here with Milton's boat and the normal place. I don't know. And I don't even know if this crystallizer thing will be able to bring us over or anything like that. I don't even know what it is. They haven't even told me what it is yet. I didn't know that's what we're looking for until we got here.
I just don't want to get my hopes up again.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just give up and stay here.
What are you gonna do here?
I don't know. I don't have a family either way.
Well, I mean, home is where you make it, I guess. But I mean, what are you're gonna live in the water temple?
No.
Well, I mean, we got to leave the water temple and all that kind of stuff. I say we just give it a good try, right? And if it ends up that we're stuck, in here in these lands, right? Well, we can make a living in Loneth where we do something or something. I don't know. I mean, just make the best of it, right?
Yeah.
So
I
mean,
guess.
it's not ideal, but I mean, maybe having us around because we're smart and we know science and stuff, because I don't know if these people know science at all. And we can be the geniuses of the town and make so much money, because you can you can sell a burnt biscuit to a child and be like, oh, it's fine, it's perfectly baked, and they'll be like, oh, this is perfectly baked, and they eat it, and then you're like, ha, dumb kid, and then that you do stuff like that, and then I don't know if her.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of Anna.
Why
But
did you?
she lost her whole family, and then everybody immediately wanted to rush up and take care of her, and I got bounced around a lot between like who was going to be in charge of me at the secret society. She lost a family and instantly got another one, and nobody ever wants me.
But I mean, do you want to hang out with us more often?
I guess.
I mean, you're more welcome to. Just.
I don't know. Everybody just want to take care of her immediately, and everybody just brushes me off.
Well, I mean, it might be the fact that, you're so, like, strong, already because you've been through all that kind of stuff that, like,
I'm pretty strong.
Yeah, see? And, like, and she's still... You remember when your parents died, right? And how you were probably a lot like Anna, but you were a little bit older, so you dealt with it a little bit better. I mean, it might be one of those facts that, like she's still needs to be taken care of because she is so young, because when you're so young, and you don't have that guidance, you might end up being a bad person. But see, you were, and it just took you a while to find your place with Amos, right? And then when you found your place with Amos, he like molded you to be a good wizard. And then now you're like, yeah, I'm part of Secret Christmas. And then you like fight the bad things, and do all and you found your place, right?
Yeah.
And like, and
It's kind of like my dad.
I mean, I'm sure he's okay. He had like superpowers and stuff. He could shoot lightning bolts, right?
No, but I mean, he was really nice. He used to make me snacks and tell cool stories and stuff.
What do you tell you stories about?
Oh, like histories, and I'd read books and stuff.
I don't know if I know any stories off the top of my head. You want me to tell you a story?
Can you tell me a story until I fall asleep? But don't tell anybody else.
No, they're unconscious, so I think we're okay.
Okay.
So, let me... What story can I tell you? I'll tell you about World War II. So, and then Sarge
begins... fall asleep to this.
Sarge begins telling the story of World War II and how America got involved.
Harrowing.
Nora's gently gonna fall asleep to this.
And the savage retaliatory attack that followed from it.
Yes.
The number of hospitals that got hit in the...
No, it's basically very much an American fluff piece. Like, it's very much an American propaganda that he would start going off about. Very patriotic and, saying like how much, no fuck with America and all this kind of stuff. And like very much like pointing out how America's badass and we're the best in the world.
Possibly using the phrase awakening the sleeping dragon.
Yeah.
And Nora's like,
okay. Sarge needs to make a power roll for me.
Oh, good. I talked about America too much.
Too much America.
Too much America. Woo!
America.
That's actually a pretty good roll. You go through the most of the rest of the evening without anything really happening. You think you notice some things in the jungle, but it's really hard to tell at this point because of how dark it is, and there's no illumination out there. Even with the moons, it's really hard to tell like beyond the main canopy because it's just the jungle is too dense. And around 11:50-ish, obviously you don't have a working clock, so you're estimating it's almost midnight at this point. And your time to wake Milton is about right now.
Okay, I wake up Milton. How about a cup?
Oh, you're muted. Adam's still muted. Oh no.
I'm the worst. Is it midnight already?
I mean, my best guesstimation, yeah.
Anything happen?
No.
Okay, get your head down.
Yeah. And then, and basically, how Sarge would sleep is, how's Anna sleeping?
She's curled up, like with her back up against the, like towards the spire wall.
Okay, so he would make a little barrier over her, like kind of like be it next to her, but like put his like arm over her to like help her keep warm and stuff like that.
Okay.
I imagine I'm just going to lean up against the wall and cradle me gun.
I would probably have been sleeping close to Anna as well.
Aww.
Okay. Milton, do a power roll for me.
I don't wanna. I hate rolling in this game.
I know. Everybody.
Okay, where's power impact?
It's your characteristics. It's your top abilities.
Oh yeah.
POW.
Get the fuck in there.
Not bad, man. Not bad. Good. Okay. Yeah, the first bit of the evening slash, I guess, early morning technically goes by. You also notice the movement in the jungle, but again, it's too dark to see beyond the canopy. You do get the strange sensation that you shouldn't stay here much longer.
Okay.
We'll progress through the night. When are you planning? Are you guys waking up at like dawn?
I'll wake them up at first light.
Okay. So first light, it's dim, but the light is coming up. So or the sun is coming up. So.
Okay. Nara, are you awake? Start gently poking her in the arm.
What?
It's lights up. We should probably get going. So.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to wake up? Josephine? I'll go wake up Sarge.
Yeah,
Hang on a second. Aren't they all sort of basically sitting around?
Yeah.
Laying? Oh yeah, they are. I will.
Yeah.
I'll pack up. You go and wake up the others. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sarge
Sleep
is-
okay? Did you?
Sarge already woke up when people started talking.
Did you sleep all right? Did you?
I can go over and like wake Josephine. Are you okay?
Long way to travel today.
Wipe a bunch of scars on my hand.
Oh no.
You're feeling
actually
a little
still
bit better today, are you?
Pretty good there on your face still. That's funny.
Are you feeling a bit better, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have fun.
What for breakfast? Well, we got some of the stew from last night. If you want that.
Yes.
So you guys can, if you want to increase any of your skills, since you took a long rest, and we can do that, and then you guys can decide what you want to do from this point.
Okay, hold on, I'll roll.
Did I already use the fate table Evelyn's thing? I think I did, didn't I?
I'm not sure. That's a good
Adding
question.
the extra pluses. I think I did.
Yeah, I think we did. We do need to make another. We did hit our 5 out of 5 for the fate table today, so we're gonna do rolls for that here in a second.
Okay.
Once you guys do your level ups.
I roll 3d6, right?
Yeah, or 1d10, depending on which one.
I don't have any. I think extreme or crit anything. Okay. I'm doing the 3d6.
So you can pick 3 and then do a d6 per one, or you can take
Correct.
3 towards 1.
I mean, you can do 3d6 for one ability.
Okay.
If you want to put it all into one ability.
No.
I'm gonna scroll around and see what I.
Got my track up to 50. Woo!
My handguns is at a respectable 27.
Well done, sir.
Probably could hit a barn door if it didn't move very much.
Yes.
Shoot him!
As a heads up for anybody who's tuning in with us, this is a homebrew level up system that we're using for skill increases. So, just so you know, I know I've mentioned it before in previous broadcasts, but I just wanted to bring it up again.
I'm doing this in Dreamland's lore just because I think that 3d6 wouldn't really make sense since I didn't really find out as much here.
Okay.
Of course, that's only gonna be. I have 36 written down. I don't know what that's for. There's nothing by it.
Was it a number from the
Just-
fate table?
No, I
Hmm.
don't know. It's just I have like my language, my survival, my lore, and then there's underneath that it says 38.
Oh. I don't know. That's a great question. Okay, let's all do our rolls. It looks like everybody's rolled for their skills, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I'm doing two. I got 2 more die.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to figure out what they should go into. Probably navigate. We'll do navigate.
To clarify, I think I'm right when I said it. So I had navigated 70, but that's only on the water.
Correct.
Yes, that's right. I thought that was probably okay.
And then
But
we'll
otherwise,
do
I'm basically
one
a bit
in-
useless.
I feel like
But-
I'll do one in difficult terrain too because that's what we've been dealing with.
Mm.
Awesome.
Okay. Cool. So the fate table that we have, we only got 40 effects right now, so it's a 1d40 that you guys all roll, and then we'll do the effects that way.
Oh, 1d40.
I really hope you don't roll loss of sanity right now.
7.
Oh, what?
Well, you can heal for 1d5 damage,
Oh,
but your health is maxed right now, so you can hold on to that if you'd like.
yeah.
I got 38.
Okay. Sorry, Einstein was squeaking her squeaker ball. Out. She didn't want to leave.
31.
The 38, you have a +1 advantage to your next attack, so you get to roll gray dice if you need to attack something. And then 31, you will take half damage on the first successful attack from an enemy.
Oh, magic. All right.
So, and then we need a roll from Devin. Oh, 36. I see it now. Why is the thing taking so long on my brain? Well, you hate guns, so this is a shitty one. But your gun will not run out of bullets for the rest of the session. Yay, Nora!
The gun that I
Well, you know what you
don't
should
have
do is you should just unload it and just throw the bullets.
Are we able to reroll?
Get a mulligan.
Okay.
on the gun.
That's funny.
So that's
She just keeps
exciting.
throwing bullets out.
Yeah, she just won't. They won't stop. They just she just keeps seeing the bullets.
Somebody's like, "Hey Nora, throw me a bullet." Ah.
Infinite gun.
infinite gun bullets.
Okay then. So are we going with the travel downriver? Get back to the boat that way. Head down to Lana. Find the library. Go from that. Sort of plan. Still focusing ever onwards on the opportunities to try and get you guys home.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if there's like like if anyone knows how to make a raft or if we're just going to wade through the water.
I mean, I know how to make a raft. It's not hard.
All right, then. I've never made a raft before.
I mean, is there wood?
Well, yes, we're in the jungle.
Then we're probably good to make a raft.
All right.
I say
How
we just
long-
hold on to big, like, tree floating logs or whatever.
Well, I don't
It's not
really
like there's
want to
anything else
dangle my feet in the river here. It's a very
I-
green and it's kind of
I
the
have to
darkest
tell you-
shades. There's might be something in it.
I have to tell you, holding onto a log and making a raft are basically one step away from each other.
Yeah, true.
But the raft is the slightly more safe, not like wading through the water version. But it's really easy. I can show you how to do it. Like it's the easiest thing in the world, honestly. We're just gonna
Alright.
go and cut. I'll show you.
How long does it take to make a raft that hold all of us?
Well, we're not gonna make a. So we can either make one raft that holds all of us, in which case it'll take about 2 hours, or we can make 4 rafts and each pilot our own raft. Have you ever been in a boat?
I mean, that's
Like
a
a
dumb
boat,
question
did you-
because I've been in your boat.
A
I've
boat
been
with
in
like
boats.
you roll, no, like you roll, like a rowboat.
Oh, yes. Very
No.
much.
Yeah, Nora, you ever been in a rowboat?
Nope.
Have you ever been on a punt?
A
what?
hunt?
A punt, you know, like a Okay, look. I'll show you how to make the raft. I'll show you how to drive the raft. It will not be hard. If you want, I can make a bigger raft, and you can come on the raft with me if you're worried about piloting it.
No, it's fine. I can make my own raft.
Okay.
I got Anna, so I'd rather just be like help with one raft. Like help someone with one raft, and then.
Okay, well, tell you what. I'll make a bigger raft, and you can bring Anna on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And look, let's just make one big raft. It's probably
I think that's probably the best bet.
Okay. It
I
won't
feel
take
much
very long.
safer if you were to be the one that's navigating on the raft, honestly.
I mean, on the water, I'm quite happy. I haven't had fucking clue where we've been going for the last 2.5 days. But if we're on water, I'm very comfortable. Let's just make the raft. As I say, we all pitch in. It's really not going to take that long. But basically, you're just going to cut down a tree and cut bits off it, and then use the leaves. It's like.
Oh, we got to get to the beach first. I mean.
Yeah, well, let's just get to the beach before you.
The river is right below the temple.
Yeah, I mean,
so if we just go outside and go below the temple, we should be fine.
Okay.
In fact, I kind of want to stay as close to the temple as possible because it's very likely that there's some kind of protection around this temple. Yes, as close as we get to the temple, the less likely the cats are to come.
Now, not that we need it particularly because we can do it with leaves and like vines and shit. But does anybody have any actual rope with them?
I do.
Well, then this is gonna be laughably easy to make.
All right.
All right. Well, let's make our way down, say goodbye to the water priest, and then leave.
Okay. I did have a bit of a feeling last night. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it definitely felt like we should leave. Like either they wanted us to leave, or we're overstayed our welcome or something like that. Anyway, I don't know. It was just a feeling. I was probably just dozing,
Well, I think we should get out of here then.
Okay, well let's make that pretty snappy.
Yeah.
So you guys get down to the central pool area of the temple.
On the way, when they say that, I'm gonna empty out my canteen.
Okay.
On the way down. I'm not trying to be obvious.
No. Okay. So downstairs, the priests are not there. Either they have returned to their pools or whatever else it is, but they are not out there. Everybody make a power check for me.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh!
Okay.
Sarge, get in there.
Who's gone down the stairs first, out of curiosity?
I like to take the lead as much as possible, so
Okay.
I will go down
So
first.
you non-discreetly dumping water in front of us?
Yeah, I'm like,
I just look at you funny and like, okay.
Apparently that was bad water.
So
it's
who's
been in there a few days.
who's after Josephine? Is it the same order as normal? As you guys had
I'm
before?
probably at the back. Nora probably in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say Sarge and Anna, and then Nora Milton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Josephine, you are walking towards the edge where to go down to get like the tree branches and all the things that you guys need to get the supplies moving along. Sarge, Anna runs over to the central pool because she wants to see it again before you leave. So she's run off and done that. Are you going to follow her or continue going straight?
I'm gonna follow her, definitely.
Okay. And then Nora, you kind of walk by. You have a brief pause. That feeling again of like something is coming back kind of washes over you again. And Milton, you're just going, you're like, you got your mission, you know what you need to go and do. Like, that's all you care about.
Okay.
So does anyone...
Rough.
Yeah. Nora or Sarge, do you guys want to do anything while you're in
Me
the
and Milton
center?
are just like, I got some rope, you got some wood, let's get this going.
Let's go.
So like something's coming back.
Well, that's what Nora feels.
That's what I feel. Can I do a spot hidden?
Yeah.
What
are you
do
looking
I
for?
feel?
I'm looking for like any people or figures nearby that I don't recognize.
Okay. You don't see anybody. And the cats are not present or like even in the distance from what you can see. So that's.
Can I do a listen check to see if anything's approaching?
Yeah, sure. I'll get to you in a second, Sarge. I mean, it sounds like the jungle is out there, and that's about it.
Must be hydrated.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, go ahead. What are you guys waiting me?
No, so Anna goes up to the pool, and she starts running her hands over the top of it. Kind of like splashing around a little bit. And you notice that the corners of where the pools are, like the 4 pools, they're kind of bubbling a little bit.
Like before or bad bubbling?
Kind of like before. But if you want to do a spot hidden for me.
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. Fuck yeah there, bud. Ooh, yeah, okay. 66?
I mean, out of a 90, I would hope. Yeah, so you see the bubbles, but they're different. Very slightly, but there is, instead of the bluish green hue that normally is associated with this area, you're getting a faint gray black coloring, or lack of color rather.
Okay. I grab Anna because like the hairs on the back of my neck are they like standing up kind of thing. I'm like I pick up Anna. I'm like, we need to go now. And like Sarge looks like physically like looking at the pillars and like starting to make his way and getting everyone the fuck out of there.
Okay. As you turn around with Anna in your arms, there is a very obvious and evident darkness that has kind of begun to set in the atmosphere inside the temple. Very, very cold and damp. And you feel a very familiar and unsettling feeling of the mist that you remember from Brighton.
No! No! We need to go. We need to go. We need to go. We need to go. We need to go.
We are going.
And then, like, Sarge has Anna, and he's, like, going out to where they're leading. Like, he's, like, urgently getting the fuck out of there.
What's wrong with you? Yeah, we're moving.
So everybody else...
And I'm like, Nora, missed! Missed, Nora!
Mist?
Missed!
Okay, let's go.
What is the problem with mist?
Mist is bad. Mist is death for Sarge.
As
Mist
Nora...
What? Okay, I'm just trying to speed up. Why is mist... I'm speeding up while I'm walking along beside them. But why is mist death?
Because there's dogs in there.
There's dogs in the... Hang on, what?
There's dogs in the mist and they're trying to eat Sarge. We gotta go.
Oh,
And,
you're
like,
talking about
as
these.
he's running, he's handing Anna to Milton.
Okay, thank. Okay, I got her.
We gotta go. Just in case I gotta run, I can't take her with me.
Okay, I'll carry the child. That's fine. But why are the dogs in the mist? All right, look, I'm going.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Yeah.
As you're closing out into the archway exit, that mist has gotten much thicker, and it is basically it seems as if it's filling the space between the floor and the top of the archway, as a dark figure emerges from the edge, and then another on the other side. So
Humanoid?
no, they appear to be canine of some kind. Not really sure exactly, but definitely very similar. And they're not really in full form exactly. They feel fluid, very much like water, but at the same time, their form is solidifying as they emerge further from these edges and make themselves kind of known.
Do we all see this?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys are all
Sarge?
going to roll for sanity, except for Sarge, who has seen these before.
There's 2 of them?
Okay.
Hey, I actually passed something.
So everybody roll 1d6. If you pass, you take half that amount of sanity loss.
Bummer. I swear to God, if Sarge goes insane after me, I'm going to lose my temper.
Sarge is not taking sanity loss here.
I know he's not.
Oh, okay.
That is my concern and rage.
So Devin will take 4. Joe takes 1. Josephine takes 1, and Milton takes 2 because you got a success. So, yeah, you guys see this, and I probably need to roll Anna's stuff. Hold on.
Oh, I see what you... Oh, mother of God, is that what you mean with the dogs in the mist?
Yeah.
Turning around and breaking into a run with the little girl in my arms now.
Yeah. So,
And the
Sarge.
mist is like parting from everyone, right? Except for me.
I mean, it's not doing the same thing in that regard, but they would have to run past these things to get out. So,
we all have to run past them to get out?
yes.
Oh, they're not behind us?
No.
Oh,
They don't really care about us, though, right? They only care about him.
Okay, about Sarge, yes.
Maybe. Can we go back out the back way then?
You could,
is
yeah.
that-
If
are
you
they-
turned
are they
around, you
not-
could potentially go out the back way, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try that.
There isn't
no,
one
I
on the other
I
side.
didn't realize they were in front of us. I'm turning around and running the other way then.
Because
Yeah.
there's 2 exits.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
this
presumably
yeah.
they both have a attached river.
Yeah, they basically intercepted your path to get out of the temple.
Okay, so I'm turning around, fucking off in the other direction.
Yeah, Sarge, they are definitely walking towards you. There is a demeanor, even though they don't really have a face. There is this tongue that is, and they look almost identical. There's just a tongue that kind of falls out of the jaw area of this beast, and it is as tall as you are, obviously, and so. You are facing down these 2 beasts that are coming towards you.
There, water praise, please protect us.
With a kind of snarling and I don't even know how else to describe it. It's just like this wet snarl almost, and deep breathing as they come towards you.
I mean, Sarge would begin to run because he knows what's going to come up, and so he needs to get out of an area with corners. But he would make sure he was behind everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the simple fact that he knows if he gets in front of everyone, they would get trampled by this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's seen him he's seen it trample through things before. And then he would like also be like going through his pack and palming something in his hand just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And he's running down.
Okay. So you're running, and they're pursuing you now. That they've basically matched your running speed, as they see that you are trying to get away.
Mm-hmm.
Josephine, Nora, and Milton, you guys are with Anna, kind of booking it. Go ahead and make luck rolls for me.
That's a pretty horrible time to fail that.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I'm just confirming what you said.
Don't sugarcoat it for me.
Yeah, so everybody but Milton and Anna, you guys get out of Nora and Josephine, you get out of the archway into the back area of the temple, which is more expansive land and such. I'm gonna go ahead and actually turn this on and have that going in the background. But Milton, you have Anna, and you just stumble over the weight between the asymmetrical weight, having to carry her and trying to scramble out. You both fall to the floor. Josephine and Nora, they have fallen right behind you. Anna kind of made a yelping noise as she hit the ground, and Sarge is following straight after.
Since
I'm
I got an
turning and
extreme
trying to help
luck,
them up.
Say what?
since I was gonna say, since I got an extreme luck, can I use that kind of extreme luck to help them out a little bit?
I mean, you can
I
be
know.
right there, yes.
Yeah. Then yeah, I will try to help them out. I'll try to pick up Anna and like help up Milton at the same time. Kind of like a, grab up on, have her on my hip and then pull at him with the other arm, when I can.
Okay.
Yeah. You take her. I'm gonna get him. I'll sort of
Okay.
scramble back to my feet and try and run back to where Sarge. Is Sarge like dead running?
Yep.
I'm going to move back in his direction.
I'm just like, go!
Yeah, I'm going. You come too.
Yeah, he's running. He's dead running at you. Like,
Okay, then I'll be turning around and keep trying to keep
Yeah.
pace with him. At the same time, I'm going to be scrabbling in that pouch in my coat for the key.
Okay. As you are running, Josephine and Nora, with your luck roll as well, I'm not gonna make you roll spot hidden. The cats have surrounded the temple.
Like, Nora's like skidding to a stop and is kind of like looking at all the cats and then the dogs behind. Can I do spot hidden for a place for us all to like duck off to? Like, is there like a hallway or like an opening?
Hold on. The dogs are following him, yeah?
Yeah.
Not us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna slap the key in Sarge's hand. And just be like, just think about England, think about Brighton, think about America, think about whatever you can. Hold the key.
I start thinking about like back home, where in Manchester.
Make a power roll for me.
All right.
This would be a really bad one to fail.
Yep. This is it.
Why isn't it working? That's all that I do.
Think harder.
Think about your home.
No, he gives him the key because the dogs are coming. He doesn't have enough time for this. He knows what he has to do. Okay.
Okay, so the cats are not moving towards the temple. There is very obviously they're surrounding it because they can't get in. If you guys were to either jump into the water potentially, that could be a solution.
Are we right beside the river right now?
Yes.
Yeah, the temple goes over the river.
Oh, okay then.
Okay.
In that case, because if he's turning around looking to do noble, stupid sacrifice shit, I'm just gonna like tackle him in the waist and send him into the water.
Okay. And Anna's coming with us apparently.
Anna's,
No. I have Anna.
Anna.
Yeah, I fall to the water.
Okay.
And I tumble in after
I
him.
need you to make both of me make a luck roll.
God damn it.
Okay.
Okay, so Milton, you grab him by the waist, but as you are both about to fall backward, the tongue thing of one of the dogs wraps itself around Sarge's leg and pulls him away from you as you tumble into the water. And you are now in the water. Sarge, you are being grasped by the hound as the other one walks towards you, and they're pulling you backward towards the temple.
Fast is the current moving?
Hysterically off to the side, like.
How fast is the current? Is it too fast for me to realistically swim back?
Not too fast. It would be a strength check to get yourself physically out of there.
Well, I'll give that a go.
Can I grab my machete and start running at Sarge and the dogs?
Sure. Sarge, your leg is in an excruciating pain as a strange tendrils start to move up your leg. It feels like it's just disappearing. Like a phantom limb.
Yeah. Shit, this is not good.
Can I? I have a whip, and I want to do a cold shot, but I don't know how that works. So.
Okay, so let's do this in dexterity order, since we're technically doing combat initiative.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So hounds just went, officially in combat order. Hounds just went when they grasp your leg. So they have highest dex right now, followed by I don't know who.
I have 78.
Oh, yeah, I have 60.
Devon or Joe? Yeah, I've got 60.
I got 65.
Okay, so Josephine goes next. Then it's wait.
Then it's
Sarge,
Sarge.
and then me and Devon at technically the same
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were ready for me or not. I'm gonna do. I don't know how call shots work, but this was the point of the whip. Can I do a called shot to hit its tongue?
Yeah, you probably need an extreme success.
I would like to use my crit success, please.
Okay, you have grasped its tongue that is still holding on to Sarge's leg.
Sorry, Judge. Probably just misused that. Nora, help me pull this.
I'm running towards him with the machete because my goal is to chop off the tongue.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I'm pulling my hardest to get it to, like, kind of lose grasp or, like, you know, slip.
Yeah. Okay. Sarge, what are you gonna do?
So question, because I'm gonna say on my fail of my luck roll, when this thing snatched me, like, I dropped some shit. Such as, like, any, like, maybe my gun or shotgun that I had. I don't know. And ammo, because I don't think this is going to turn out well. I would... can I do, like, a contested strength and, like, move, or...
You could do a strength roll, but that's not going to solve the issue of your leg specifically.
Okay, like, my leg's, like, disappearing currently. Okay. And there's two of them.
Yep, the other one is about to get you on the next round, so he is coming up towards you.
Then, as my action, I'm going to fuck. This is what I'm gonna do. I look at both of them, like, trying to fight, and I'm like, get Anna out of here and close your eyes, and I fucking take the morphine and inject it into my neck. And I take the pistol and I just start unloading into the fucking face of this thing, showing that it's not gonna fucking do anything.
Okay, as you are shooting it in the face, I'm not gonna make you roll that, obviously. It's point blank. The bullets appear to be almost like it's dividing the mist of it and coming back, like, then it comes back into form as he continues to do it over and over again until his pistol is emptied. And it's the turn goes to Nora and Milton, who see Sarge yell to get out, and yeah.
So we've seen him inject the morphine into his neck.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm still running with the machete. Nora's, like, hysterically angry at this point. She's like, well, not angry. She's, like, hysterically panicking, like, screaming and.
Okay, well, I mean, do I know what a morphine syringe is? Do they exist in the like they exist?
I don't know that answer.
I don't think so.
Like, I know what a syringe is, though, right? They existed in the 30s.
Yeah, this is so this is not a
Similar-
syringe. This is like a little thing where, like, it's a dose of morphine.
Yeah, but what is it? Is it in a syringe or something of that effect?
Kind of. It's like a little handheld, like, needle thing that you, like, squeeze.
Oh, what? It's got like a bubble with a needle on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Would I consider that I understand what he's doing with this action?
I'm gonna let you decide if that's something that you think Milton would know.
Because I'm naval.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'll know the concept of somebody killing themselves.
Yeah.
In terms of that kind of action, and I'll somebody injecting something into their own neck or stabbing themselves in the neck in any way.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I think I'd know that kind of action as a move. In that case, I'm going to change direction from aiming at Sarge and tackle Nora around the waist and lift her up off her feet, turn to Josephine, and then sort of aim at the river, and then just literally physically throw us both into the river.
Am I that close, though? Because I've been running towards him ever since it grabbed his ankle.
Oh, I know. I dragged myself out of the water to change direction for you. I was running towards him up to that point.
Because I was already running towards him, too.
I mean, you may well be hacking at the things at that point.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't know if I'm already there or not.
Yeah.
You might wherever you are. I'm gonna do that, but you might already be hacking at them.
Where am I close enough that I'm already like hacking at the dog meta?
Yeah, but you're gonna notice that your blade doesn't do anything.
But she's still gonna be
Yeah.
like going
No,
at
yeah,
it.
I know. Yeah.
And then at that point, I'm going to tackle her around the waist. And I mean, she's a 14-year-old girl,
Yeah.
and like kind of slight as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lift her up and then basically like fireman's carry her into the water.
I'm like, no!
Yeah,
No!
exactly. That happening at the same time.
Mhm.
Hopefully, Josephine's bringing Anna, but I can only say
You're,
one. Of
you're
us.
muted.
My round was before he did all that, so right now I'm just standing there with a whip around him
But Anna is
at a
next to you,
distance.
right?
Oh, I'm holding on to her, and I
Yeah.
stayed at a distance. That's the point of my whip.
Yeah. Oh,
just
right.
to
Okay.
be at a distance.
Yeah.
So as I'm grabbing Josephine, I'm like, I don't know what I'm probably just screaming randomly at this point. It's unlikely that I'm making any clear instructions, but it should be fairly obvious that I'm just throwing her and me into the river. Hopefully, she'll get the impression to come with us.
Nora's like crying hysterically and like screaming. I'm gonna save you guys the eardrums of me actually doing that.
So that's my main thing here is I've got it that I can say what Sarge has done, and that it is very unlikely that no matter what we do at this point, we can save him regardless of dogs. I believe he's, what I'm thinking is like, I think it was like, I saw him do this motion.
Yeah.
That's the part that I don't know if it was what he was holding in his hand, but I saw him do this motion in his own neck. So I know what that means, regardless of the thing I can't see.
Yep.
I mean, I imagine you see like blood trickle.
Yeah, blood
Like
trickle down the
down.
side of the neck. I saw you do this. I know what you've done, even if I can't see the actual thing. I just couldn't see the syringe. I thought I probably would have thought you've done like this, and I just couldn't see the syringe.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, I don't think there's any way we can save him now. So that's why I'm dragging. That's why I'm literally physically, because Nora's in like delirious. Not delirious. Like
Hysterical.
Yes.
hysterical.
Yeah.
So she's not going to be like persuaded to come with me.
No. Okay.
Especially not after like the only person who was nice to her in like 17 episodes being last night.
Yep.
That's what makes this so perfect.
So I'm going to be dragging her, and at the same time I'll probably be bellowing Josephine, but just
Yeah.
not really coherently as I'm throwing
Right.
us into the water.
Right. Okay.
Leaving no. By the way, it's more like I'm diving in with her on my shoulder. There's no room for her not coming in with me.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we're top of the round. Sarge, the other hound, has made its way to you and has taken.
I want to dodge or try to dodge. I want to try to fight. So this is my dodge attempt. Dodge the second dog. I'm already caught by the first dog, but like I'm gonna try to fight until I'm like very much
We're at
like
the top of the next round.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait. There. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I'll see what you roll on your dodge. It's just a D100 at this point, basically, because yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that seems right.
How? I couldn't have made these dice roll any worse for you. Okay.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, okay. So, Sarge, the other dog gets to you, and the mouth thing opens. It's almost I mean, the whole thing is unnatural, but even so, the hole there in front of you widens even further as the tendrils come out and wrap themselves around your arm that's on the right hand side, and it is your hand is starting to go, but the morphine is now starting to kick in just a tiny bit, and you're waiting as the death in front of you is just devouring your body.
okay. And then okay, whose turn is it now?
It's your turn.
Oh, okay.
My turn.
No, her turn.
No, dogs. Oh, you're right, Josephine. Yep.
I'm gonna keep the whip on me, and I'm going to jump into the river, hoping that my whatever pulls the tongue off of his leg as I'm jumping into the river.
Okay.
I'm gonna, like the idea of just like me running and jumping and.
Does he still have the key on him, by the way, while he's being devoured?
He put it back in my hand a little while
Oh,
ago.
okay.
I said I didn't have time for this, and then gave him back.
It wasn't working, and you just slapped it back in my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm jumping into the river with Anna, holding on to Anna.
Yeah. Can you make a strength check for me? Okay, yeah, not quite high enough. But yeah, you get an initial pull.
Can I use an attack? My +2 attack for that one? I got from the fate table.
The strength roll wasn't an attack.
Okay.
This is to see if you're able to pull with, but you get an initial like tug back on like the whip, and you think that you're pulling, but then like moments later, it's like something released the whip, like nothing was around.
I figured.
Yeah. So basically, from mechanics perspective, it phased to get past your whip.
Mm-hmm.
And now you 3 plus Anna are in the water. Sarge, I'm gonna, unless you guys need to do something else in the river regarding Sarge, I'm gonna let Sarge and the dogs initiate the thing out.
All I'm doing is arm around, because Nora, I imagine, is still struggling insanely.
Still trying to get back.
I've got one arm underneath her armpit, the other one across her neck, and I'm basically backstroking at that point down the river away as I try to not quite cut off her air pipe, but prevent her from getting away in any sense. Wherever I go, she's going to be going as well.
Let me go.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
With her head very much above the water.
Yes. So Sarge.
My turn.
Yep.
Since my right hand, that's where my gun was. This thing's eating my other arm.
Yes.
And the other thing has my leg.
Yeah, it's moved up to your thigh.
Okay. I'm grabbing my brass knuckles that are on my left side and sliding them on. And whatever's got my right fist, I'm just like, not today, just like punching him. I don't know why they came out British, but that's what he's doing.
Not today, old chap.
Not today, old chap. And he's fighting his way out. He knows very well what's happening.
Yeah.
Because he's seen this before.
Yes.
He didn't expect 2 of them. But have the water gods came out? Or the water priests? No, they haven't done anything. As we're like defiling this temple.
Are you though?
I
being
don't
erased
know.
from existence, so no, not exactly.
Oh yeah, there is no blood, is there?
No.
The Hands of Tandalis don't technically exist in this time frame in any real sense.
Yeah, that's
They don't
true.
really quote exist in general. They're between existences.
Yeah, they're between worlds.
They're more like a spiritual eraser.
So at
Yeah,
this
pretty
time-
much. I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, so Sarge would just be fucking fighting the best he can and going down in a blaze until he can't fight anymore. I don't know if I can break away at all from these graphs.
I mean,
do you want me to get
not in a
That's
meaningful way. You've got one leg and one arm.
Can I attempt to break away?
Yeah, sure. Extreme success on the strength roll.
Nope.
Am I right in
as
saying
he's like pulling? Huh?
Am I right in saying that these things aren't in fact devouring you? But in like Back to the Future when Michael J. Fox starts to not exist anymore?
Yeah.
That's what's happening to you.
So and he's just like he's noticing that now, and he's like, oh, fuck, fucking no! And he's like fucking punching even harder with this thing against it as he's like punching harder and harder with this hound eating him.
Yeah.
I don't know how far away they are.
They can probably barely hear the screaming at this point. And
But he's not really screaming as much as he's like yelling.
Yeah,
and
that's what I
he's
mean,
going out
though.
not afraid. He's going out like.
Yes. Yeah. So we're gonna use the cinematic pseudo camera to basically pull away from where Sarge is as we get an aerial view of the dogs finally moving towards where his chest and head are, and Sarge no longer exists as the beasts fade from the world in front of us, and the rest of the crew are floating down the river. And that is where we're going to end the episode.
How could this happen to me? It wasn't my fault. Life goes on.
And I'm fading away.
Yeah. Oh.
Rips in chat.
Please get to that part.
Everybody spam your Sarge emotes. This is the last time.
Yeah, press F.
Press Sarge.
Oh yeah,
press Sarge.
Press Sarge for respect.
Press Sarge. Let's press Sarges.
Press the Sarges. Oh man. Well, that was interesting. Here we are. That was episode 11, guys.
End of the original crew.
End of the original crew. Nora is the last of the OG post post tunnels. Post the tunnels. Yeah, guys, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna do a round table. I'm gonna give Loke the floor right now so he can give us a little bit of his feelings.
I'm a little sad. I miss Sarge already. It was a great episode. I feel bad for Nora because she had that heartfelt moment.
It was so perfect. Oh,
and it was just like we were talking about her feelings, and then like literally hours
Finally
later,
opens up to someone, and then he dies.
Yeah, he got ripped from existence.
The only familiar face she has during this whole experience, and now he's gone, and we still don't know why why the hounds are after him, or like how he got teleported.
Yep, and we'll never know.
Or will we? Who knows?
Oh, that's a dick
Probably
move.
not. Quite honestly.
Or will we?
Yeah. Do you remember that one man who was traveling through time and everyone starts crying? And you're like, oh, yeah.
The funny thing is like, it would be sad if like Simon and Evelyn were here, but Josephine especially, but even me as well. I really not had enough time to get to super know Sarge. So like, it's a bit like, okay, that happened and that was really bad, but it wasn't like. Whereas Nora's
gonna be fucked up. I'm telling you right now.
Like, this is the third person,
not okay.
the only person that Nora still had left who knew anything about her.
She's slowly becoming a sociopath.
Slowly.
I'm just piling it on to Nora. We're just waiting for the break.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I have plans for Nora too. Don't worry.
Crazy and stabs everybody in their sleep. Or herself.
No.
Nora's a little unstable at this moment.
Yeah.
She was getting stability, and then they got ripped from under her, and now
Nora with just a picture of Evelyn and a picture of Simon and a picture of Sarge in front of her, slowly dragging the razor blade across her wrist.
Oh no. No.
Candles in the background and probably Sarah McLoken playing.
So yeah, I mean, with the whole thing today, I was fucking hounds, man. I'm glad Anna didn't get to see him ripped apart by the hounds either. Because when we were in that scenario, I was like, oh shit, that would probably be terrifying for a child to see, who's like 6 years old and seeing invisible dog things rip someone apart from existence. I mean, no gore, but Yeah, I don't know, it was a good episode, and I'm excited to showcase my new character next week. Which
Please
is
God, let it be an academic of some sort, or we are fucked.
Hey, I have some library use.
I'm so excited for the rest of the season, though, guys, because we can finally start tying little pieces together. I'm very excited, and you guys, in the viewers, should be excited too. So if you don't know anything that happened from season 1, some of it's not going to probably make sense, but I'm going to do my best to narrate it into the conversations that we're going to have at some point in character. So just keeping that in mind. But I highly recommend jumping in and watching at least some of, maybe even the season finale of season 1.
I think so. Where you guys can find me, if you guys loved my role playing, I role play all over Twitch. So I'm currently Mondays. I'm not doing anything as of yet. In June, I'll be starting a City of Mist campaign, to be announced. The title of it, which has a fantastic cast on it, Meta being one of them. And then Tuesdays, I will be on Encounter Roleplay. The World Tree Burns, a 5e Midgard campaign. I'm super excited because I love the character I made for that one as well. And that will be Tuesday nights. If you're in America, if you're in England, that's butt ass early in the fucking morning, like 2-3 a.m. maybe. I don't know. Wednesdays, I have my own campaign, Chosen, a D&D 5e campaign of a homebrew with the little Final Fantasy elements that I've been incorporating into the campaign. And Thursdays, I'm on a City of Mist campaigns that is on the Not So Speedruns channel, doing amazing things where I play a super strong teenage boy, which is super fun, who used a building as a catapult last episode. So I can tell you what that character's been up to. And on Fridays, I literally play Judge Dredd on a Dark Heresy Warhammer campaign here on this channel, which is super awesome and fun. And then Saturdays, I don't do shit because I need one day to myself at least. So yeah, that's where you can find me. And R.I.P. Sarge, man. Pour your drinks out for Sarge.
Cool. Pass it on. The next person, pass it on.
Who's below me? Is anyone below me? I gotta see. No one's below me. So I guess I'm the anti-gravity, since we're in the Dreamlands, and it's gonna go up to LadyAvianna. You weren't ready for that shit, no.
Second, I'm getting ready.
R.I.P. Sarge.
For Sarge. Hi. I'm LadyAvianna. I played Josephine. That was pretty strong. I haven't done that in a while. Normally I sip. But yeah, I'm sad that Sarge was like one of my favorite characters since we started, but I'm happy to see that he went out in a blaze of glory. Like, that's definitely what I wanted to see from him. I never wanted to see, like, a chump change death for Sarge, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, so I play Josephine. I'm a Tomb Raider you probably watched for a little while here. But I do stream, but I don't have like a regular streaming schedule as of yet, and I don't really play in any other games currently. But I do cosplay and I do makeup stuff. So if you're interested in any of that kind of thing, I do cosplay, roleplay, and makeup and stuff. And you can find me as LadyAvianna pretty much all over the internet. So. Oh, do I need to pass it off? I'm gonna pass it off to Adam.
Yeah, that was a good episode. I feel like he went out fighting, but there would have been a point when his reality was being erased, that it would have just been a keening wail that just cut off. And that's very horrifying. The concept that is you're dragged out of existence. Like, there would have been a last moment when all that he was capable of doing was rattling his skull desperately against the floor. And at that point, there wouldn't have been any fight, so much as just like a screech. and that's kind of chilling.
Yeah, that's super chilling.
That's that rapid tattoo that you get with a massive brain injury. When your body still does this, but because your heart, like instinctively, as his skull bangs against the floor over and over again, until like his vocal cords vanish. So that would have been cool.
I like how your eyes light up. You're like, oh, it turned into an anime here of death.
I do horror gaming and magic streams and Darkest Dungeon and stuff like that on my channel 6 days a week, midday Eastern.
Wait,
5
after
o'clock
that
BST.
whole explanation, you do horror games?
I haven't been known to occasionally do things that have a Lovecraftian vibe, but I don't like to stereotype myself. So I didn't I gave myself a name that in any way links to that shit. And yeah, that's what I do. I don't do any of that crap. Channel's all kittens and puppies. Devon.
Parties.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Devon. Or Nora. And she's pretty messed up right now. And losing all hope. And you can find me on my channel every day. Except for these days and when I'm out of town. I stream 5 Central Time to midnight, and I do a lot of RPGs in Bethesda games.
Cool. All right, thanks, guys. Make sure you drop some follows for all these lovely folks. As for me, guys, well, this is my channel, and we do all sorts of fun stuff here, and it's pretty much always roleplay. So tonight, which is Sundays, we do the Call of Cthulhu Reveries campaign. On Mondays, I am off. On Tuesdays, I am on Unmade Gaming's channel playing a 5e D&D homebrew campaign called Myth Dawn. Wednesdays I'm off as well, and then Thursdays I run a City of Mist on Encounter Roleplay. And then later on that night, I am on a Not So Speedruns channel with McLoken playing the Morrigan in another City of Mist campaign. Fridays, you guys can find Dark Heresy here on this channel, and McLoken's in that game as well. And then Saturdays I'm offline, and Sundays we're back here. So that is our week schedule. Thank you guys so much for the subs and the resubs and the bits. You're fantastic, and I appreciate the support. If you haven't followed on YouTube already, feel free to do so, because I will post all the VODs cut there as well. Sometimes it's easier to watch there than on Twitch, especially if you're like traveling or whatever else it is. I know a lot of people just like to queue it up because YouTube has that cool feature where it doesn't go away now, all that fun stuff. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. Feel free to drop some comments for us either in the YouTube channel or in Discord, or both, or whatever you want to do there, and let us know what you thought about tonight's episode. And I think that's pretty much it. Does anybody else have anything that they need to announce? If there's doing anything like special? Nothing yet? Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys. You're muted.
Oh, I was saying wait for Sarge's comeback next episode.
Yes. Yes. All right, awesome. So thank you guys so much again. We will see you next week.